Don't feel fucking at me. 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 Come on. Don't feel fucking at me. Don't feel fucking at me. Come on. Don't feel fucking at me. Don't feel fucking.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, boys. Hope everybody's having a good one. We got ourselves more 5V5 1V1 this evening before the patch 11.1.7 is finally here. New content. Ooh, bunch of catch-ups. That's going to be fun. Actually pretty excited about it, honestly, boys. Pretty excited, man. Let's get ourselves some patch 11 what is it, 11.2 stuff. Let's be honest, like patch 11.1.7 is probably going to be pretty good for like anybody that's just looking to catch up, anybody that's looking to come back in, all that good stuff. Yeah, likely it'll be pretty solid, but at this point I'm just like, yo, it's essentially just a let me see. Hold on a second. There we go. But yeah, it's just a door for us to get some patch 11.1.7 stuff in here. Sorry about this. I have groceries coming in and like at the worst time. You know what I mean? Jesus. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Apparently they don't have some of the stuff that I'm looking for, so I'm talking to the person that's doing the shopping or whatever. I get it delivered. I don't know how you guys do your groceries. I get them delivered when I can. It just makes life so much easier. That being said, they're coming out like at the worst possible time, so I'm trying to figure out like if I could delay it, if I could like be like, yo, can you do like is it possible to do it a little later? Like the time that you gave me at first it was like, okay, the time cutting it pretty close to the stream, but probably going to be okay. Then they said they have a delay on their own. I'm like, okay, well, I need to reach out to the person that's doing the extra shopping, seeing if we could delay it further or whatever. You know what I mean? Because it's just, if I have to get up at some point throughout today, I'm just going to be doing that for like, I don't know, 5 minutes, hopefully less. But yeah, just I'm trying to do everything, dude. I got so many hats I'm wearing today, dude. I got so many responsibilities I'm taking care of. Sorry, I'm all over the place, man. Let's get some news going. Let's not talk about it. I'm just like, I started today like, damn, I woke up late. What the hell? Really? Okay. Okay, cool. Now we're good. Now we're good. I think we're good. Dude, I woke up a little bit late and I'm just like trying to rush everything, just get everything taken care of for the evening. And I'm just like, man, I hate that. I hate how I overslept it a little bit. That's the problem, dude. I end up sleeping in. I end up working on a big ass project one evening, a long one, hanging out on the PTRs, doing some stuff, cooking up some good content for you boys, cooking up some like long ass, like nothing, not like quick easy, like just sit down, do stuff and we're good to go, but like actually put some effort type of deal. Yeah. And then I'm just like, oh, wake up the next day, I'm just like, I feel so behind. I feel accomplished, but I feel so behind at all times, man. I think Blizzard just needs to release like a bunch of little content for me to go over, right? So I can just talk about it for days and days and days. Johnny is ready. Plush also should be ready. Also Plush, whatever you want, man. I'll take that G invite. Plush made a guild, boys. I don't want to be the guy managing the guild. Plush is going to be the guy managing the guild. So if y'all want to join the Duels guild, don't give it Duels EU guild name, bro. Oh man, 5V5 gankers. I like that. Alrighty. Holy invite spectator match. Join gankers? It's not showing up for me, man. Yeah, it's not showing up like that for me at all. I need to join directly. I think this problem is because I'm already in the guild, aren't I? With Atha? Wait, I'm in a guild with Atha? The Vanguards? I didn't even realize I'm in a guild with Atha, man. What? Wait, I'm in a guild with Atha already. Okay, hold on. Do I need to... Oh, is that... Wait, never mind. That's not it. No, I'm in the Vanguards. That's what it is. Never mind. Okay, leave guild. I don't know if I can join multiple guilds. Find a community. Dalaran. Can I type that in? Dalaran's 5V5 1v1 gankers. Is that it? Is that the one? Pretty sure, right? Yeah, hold on. Hey. Hey. There we go. As a BM hunter. There it is. Applied. Bringing surprises time? Go for it, man. Go for it. There it is, boys. Yo, don't make me GM. And let Plush be GM. Let Plush be GM. Just give me like an officer role. Let Plush lead this thing and run this thing, dude. Let him run it, man. I trust you, man. That's community. Whatever works, man. Whatever we want to do. Guild Dalaran, you join the guild as well? Okay, hold on. Find a... Wait. Guild Finder. That's what it is, right? Dalaran. Okay, for some reason I couldn't find it. Dalaran Gaming? Oh. Did I type in the entire name? Dalaran Gaming Duels. For some reason it doesn't find it. I know you keep messaging me on this, so I'm seeing like the link in the BNet chat, but it's not showing up on this chat, in-game chat. That's the problem. Can you whisper my character directly on Dalaran on Argent Dawn, or Dal Spectator Argent Dawn, like /W whisper Dal Spectator / that could work too. Yeah, if you whisper me directly, I'll be able to join like that. Yeah, that could work potentially. Because it's showing up on my like chat on my like the BNet little pop-up window, but it's not showing up in game as something I can click. So that link just shows up as just normal text, and I can only highlight it. That's about all I can do. But yeah, there it is. Okay, beautiful. Apply. There we go. There we go. Hit that apply. Hit that Here we are. Now we're gonna be part of a guild, baby. Let's go. Now we're gonna be part of that guild, baby. Let's go. That work. Go back and accept invite. Wait, I gotta go back and accept invite? Is there an invite? Oh, accept. There we are. That works. Beautiful. There it is. Hey, awesome. You can make me officer. You be the GM, man. You made this. You run this. You know what I mean? I'm cool with that, honestly. Like, I don't want to have the... Look, I've had years now to create a proper guild on NA and EU. Years. You know the reason why I haven't done that? Managing a community like this. I already have a hard enough time as is, dude. I think I am great at the content side of things, putting together players for a small little like the Mighty Dalaran. The whole title just called the Mighty Dalaran. That's so good, dude. That's so good. But I feel like I'm really good at getting people, smaller groups of people together for like an event, a thing, right? I think I'm great at that. Big scale managerial stuff. I straight up need a manager, dude. Big manager. I straight up just need a manager who takes care of all that. I had one for a bit. Not anymore. Not in official capacity or anything. It was super sweet and kind to me. But yeah, she just did it out of she did it just because she wanted to. We're not doing it. Oh yeah, chat. Oh, you guys are gonna hate me. You guys are gonna hate me for this one. But I got a little surprise for you boys. I got a little surprise for you. You may absolutely despise me for it, but what else can you do? You know what I mean? You guys are not gonna hate me for it. You guys are not gonna hate me. You guys couldn't hate me. Come on, man. You know me. You know it's your boy. It's your boy, Dalaruski. He's gotcha. Maybe, sorta, kinda. But yo. So we got chat. All right, let me get the recording going, just because it's gonna be a thing, dude. Twitch. Chat, I do want you to be a little bit careful here. Just first match of the day, Team 2. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be wacky, because you'll notice there is a healer amongst us. That being said, I am being told the healer can pump some damage. Mistweavers apparently are scary in terms of how much damage they can do. So we're gonna give it a shot just for one singular round, right? I'm just interested. Plus promised me this dude can do some numbers. He can do some damage. I actually really want to see if Mystery can compete in a duel scene. Just some damage alone. And this man is already doing some range shenanigans off the bat. Damocles taking a bit of damage. Looking for a lockdown on Takin, who's just trying to see if he can get the hell out of dodge. Trying to keep himself afloat here. Obviously a healer, so he should be able to keep himself alive plenty. If this whole game of this healer running amok becomes a long battle of attrition, I am not against Team 2 jumping him, but give this man a chance, right? If this becomes like a really long, drawn-out match, it's just going to be a one-time. I want to see, because I've been told Mischievous, this guy apparently can crank some damage, and apparently he can really get some one-shots going if he sets it up correctly. This guy apparently can get a big combo going. It's actually doing some damage to Damocles. As straight up a healer, tasing the guy down, does go for a quick in-cap. Nazerker's out of it. Parry up for Damocles. Kid just trying to see if he can back up out of it. Quick fear. Damocles picking up a little bit of healing. Second one should be kicking in here. It looks like he's actually able to maintain himself against a Mystery River just fine. Warrior self-healing, I actually think is better than some of the other classes out there. Arms Warrior, non-hybrid class, can actually do more healing than some of the others. Even hybrids out there, man. Stunning him, locking him down, big demolish to follow up. Actually starting to get some damage in. Kin trying to see if he can get some more kicks of his own. Trying to see if he can get those resets that he's looking for. I'm not 100% exactly what causes Mystery to do as much damage as he does. What's going to be the big hitter? Looks like he has that range kick ability, so that may do work. Crackling Jade might be follow-up stun. Does he have enough damage here? I think he might. Damocles does pick up a little bit of healing. It looks like as long as Damocles isn't locked down in a stun, the Arms Warrior should not die to a Mystery River. Does not quite connect with the spear. Is actually going to back up out of that. Let's second wind kick in. That is the one thing that I think Kenneth can't really do constantly. Is it Kenneth? I'm messing up his name completely. It is Kenneth, apparently. Team 2. I know you guys are probably just frustrated, like, why is Dal letting this healer in here? Look, if this becomes like a super drawn-out battle of attrition and nobody's winning, I will let Team 2 jump the healer. No issues against the healer. But the heal man, I want to see some damage, my guy. I want to see some one shots. I want to see that I want to see you take that man's head clean up with a single big ass kick. I want to see some fatty crits, man. I want to see it. I've been promised to do apparently some damage this guy can do, and I want to see exactly what he can do. If you had to choose a character for BG Blitz, World PvP, Major, Shadow Priest, what would you choose? Probably like a Fire Mage is pretty good. I think like Fire Mage and the amount of bursts it can do is great. I think Shadow Priest can do a ton of cleave damage though. Like if you let him free cast, melts the entire team. Actually, I'd even say like a split the difference, go Warlock, because you can go Destro, which is like a tankier version of Fire, or you can go Affliction, which is just like more just beefier version of a Shadow Priest essentially. Shadow Priest is a good one though. Full Mastery, Boomie to BG Blitz, welcome. That could work too. Actually, Kin trying to get some kicks. K trying to get some damage. Stun to follow. Drinking right after. Does get hit with the disarm. Do you even get disarm? Can you even stop a lot of your damage once you get hit with the disarm? Trying to go for Crackle Jane Lightning, but looking not to get interrupted. Damocles trying to see if he can back up out of there. Damocles, I definitely want to give you a solid shot next match, man. I don't want to have this man versus a healer yet again. Does go for the big demolish. Is going to be Ken. Okay. As a healer, pop on a Chikakun. I don't think this guy can die. As a healer, I don't think he would die in a 1v1. Damocles, though, technically can get away from him long enough for second wind and his own heals to start kicking in. So I don't think he's actually going to die either. I feel like, though, with a battle of attrition, the healer, unless this guy finds some damage, I feel like it's only a matter of time until Team 2 jumps him. It's really up to them. I'm actually going to let Leo decide when the team is like, all right, boys, if we had enough, let's jump in. I'll let him be at your discretion. When you feel like, all right, this has been long enough. I was promised big damage. And don't get me wrong, Kay has been able to get some fatty kicks there, especially when he can do them from range. He can actually get some real damage in. Trying to see if he can get some back-to-back follow-ups. There's going to be reflect out for Damocles, trying to see if he can stop any of that nature damage from the, I think it's a Master of Harmony Monk build. He does get the Monk really, really low. Hold on, no more trinket. Does get zapped. That's going to be, wait, he does pull off a kick. On a leap, he pulls off a kick. I don't know if Cobra is going to let this man run amok though. I feel like Cobra is just going to end up natty taking him out here, possibly. 30% DM go in. Maybe, yeah. You know what? Give Cobra a shot, though. Give Cobra a chance. I feel like Cobra could actually just devour K with some Chaos Balls. Cobra's damage has been nuts. That being said, maybe Warlock is just a better matchup for a Monk. Like, what if he just pulls off like 2 big Rising Sun kicks, one with a reset, the other, right? Or maybe 3, and just 3 shots Cobra. Like, what if there's a chance he pulls off some crazy moves like that? I want to see it. I heard a Mr. apparently can do a ton of damage, and I want to see it. It's kind of like watching Preservation Monk go. I actually don't even know if he's going to be able to live it. That's going to be a port out for Corbin. He almost turned around to hit Kin. I don't think he actually got the turnaround with a bolt at the end there. Unfortunately, K does. I keep calling him Kin. Like Kinneret. For some reason, I'm looking at the name K now. K now. So I want to say enough. Heal? Really? Kick us. Chat, I'm letting him. Chat, I was promised you could do some damage, okay? I was promised you could do some damage. You know what? We've had tanks in these, we've had healers in these, and sometimes there's some classes out that can do some wild stuff. You know what? If there's a chance that this guy could actually just absolutely global Cobra in a setup, I want to see it, man. Fear out for Cobra. Does end up burning a wall, however, so that is his big defenses. If K can get himself another big go, now the wall is no longer available, if he can get past the succubus and everything, he might potentially have a chance here. Like, if he actually gets some damage, this potentially could be the play. Ruination off of Cobra, trying to land a stun. That's going to be K trying to go for a little bit of self-heals, but also just trying to stay with Cobra as best as humanly possible. Cobra with the port. He doesn't have any outs for a while unless he's got himself a gateway. For K, if you just try to see if he can slow it with that disable, trying to go for a bit of the Zapparoo. Reflect out for Cobra. Actually starting to take a bit of damage from those kicks little by little. Those kicks being from range, they actually do end up connecting. Fear spam out for Cobra. You have double bolt. He does not have double bolt. He does give a fast bolt. No, he actually did have double bolt. He just didn't have the resources. Wait, no, it doesn't even matter. He actually probably should have just had normal bolt either way. Double bolt, I think, was in his cards, honestly. Cobra does get himself a bit of mobility. Okay, if you got yourself any chances, dude, I think that Team 2 is probably going to get antsy. If there's a chance for you to take him for 50, or like, what is it, 45 to 100 to 0, now would be your best chance. In cap for a second, see the missing kid, because I'm caught up, does get interrupted, gonna get a bit of damage to Cobra, more to call to follow. Is that gonna be lights for the Monk? Is this it? Is it gonna just end just like this? I mean, if he has himself yet another bolt, he's got him some shield, so he's actually okay. Is this where you just commit some damage? Is this where we actually see a Monk actually potentially pull off a big hit? Kick does come through. Zapparoo? Is it just over? Hold on a second. No, he does get it from a range. What is the range of those kicks? Seriously, what is the range of those? Chat. You know, I was for some reason thinking he was going to literally blow somebody up. Okay, if your chance to blow someone up right now is Leo, I think Leo's just going to send everything at you. If you got any damage, this will be the best time to get a counter. Full lockdown. Silence to follow. Okay, trying to see if he can back up out of there. In cap last second. Does pick him up a little bit of healing. That's going to be a little bit of survivability. You got some shields. A massive health recovery with just a singular kick. Leg sweep onto Leo for just a second. Does get IBF going. Does get hit with a sleep. I haven't seen sleep in such a long while. He's not running Ring of Peace, actually. Kicks after kicks, and Leo's actually going to be backing up out of there. Port right on top of him. This is your opportunity here. Like, if you got any kind of damage, I want to see it. I want to see the big lockdown shutdown. Blizzard, are you watching this? Yeah, I think Blizzard is aware that Mistweavers could do damage. I have seen, like, no, it wasn't Mistweaver. I think, was it Preservation of Boca that I've seen do some really nutty damage recently? Like, absolutely fatty crits. That or Augmentation, one of those two. Leo trying to see if he can get himself some kind of a setup. K's still in. I feel like K will win these duels just on attrition, battle of attrition alone, isn't he? I think, like, if you just let him sit there, let him play full time, I think you're just gonna see battle of attrition. Good to see something different. I mean, I guess zaps. Wait, was that the damage I was looking for? Oh, look away for just a second. And doesn't zap? Does it just take it? Hold on a second. Bossiest, thank you so much for the 5 bounce, fam. I appreciate you. We got hashtag Bossiest in chat. Thank you so much, my guy. Thank you. Hi all. How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a wonderful evening. All right, K. Big kicks, man. I want to see it. He got the zap, dude. He's got the taser. He does pull out the big taser. So he's got to plenty of damage with that. Kick get interrupted, or a taser get interrupted. Should maybe have another kick available. Does get hit with a stun. Is this where you're just going to try to see if you can shut him down? Yet another zap? I think it might be over for the yo, yeah? I think it might be over. Wait, so Monk can outlive and actually defeat DPS. If anything, we got that right, yeah? A Monk does have enough damage to actually just beat the DPS classes. Apparently. Should a healer be able to take down a DPS like this, by the way? Because I feel like he doesn't do consistent damage, but when he gets a setup, gets a really, really wildly good setup. How does he even get away from a mistake? And who does end up mistakenly, I think he's on the tip the scales a little early. It's just trying to get himself an angle versus K. Does get a shatter. It's going to be K with another cracked G8 lightning. Wait, that's a big kick. Into a clash? Do you have another kick? Hold on. Is Evoker to play? Hold on. Is Evoker just died? Okay, hold on. Everybody else he fought took a while to die. Evoker, on the other hand, died incredibly quick. What was that combo? Is Rifty available? Or is he just like, I don't want to do this, man. I don't want to do this, dude. My heal did nothing. As Evoker, yeah, the Evoker healing does nothing. I personally had higher dampening, but even then, without it, it was like absolutely nothing. He bailed. Well then. Alrighty, boys. He did do a decent bit of damage. I mean, of course, he's gonna win by battle of attrition, right? But he did do a decent bit of damage here and there, once in a while. If I was almost expecting to see, like, because I see some really big Rising Sun kicks, like the wind kicks, that just take out half your health bar. I was almost like expecting that, hoping for that secretly. It did damage, but it's battle attrition for sure. Сейчас ливни его не кинут. No. Это только один раз. Okay, let's not do any more mystery or shenanigans. Yeah, that was one time. We had our fun. No more healers. No more none of that. Get back to the regular boys, yeah? Where am I at with these? 647, 747? Lord. Holy. Dim just so high can't heal. Yeah, let's not do any more mystery reaction. Plush and Johnny, let me know when the boys are ready. You made it good, so good, made everybody leave. I feel like it's just partially good, partially frustrated, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Apparently, I need to check the grocery stuff real quick. You guys let me know when the groups are ready, yeah? So Johnny, let me know when you go. I think Johnny's actually good, isn't he? Flush is good? Okay, hold on. I'll queue you guys in a second. Or can I just queue you now and then just start it and then come back? I probably could do that, right? What am I gonna send you into? Quick point? Probably. Yeah, let's do that. All right, let me check my grocery stuff real quick. I'll be 2 seconds, hopefully. Make sure they're inside, and I'll take care of all that later. Yeah. Alrighty. Switch. Give it a second, boys. Okay. BRB. Okay. Alrighty. That was fun, chat, wasn't it? Healer. Look, I'm not gonna make this a regular thing. I promise him. I promise all of you boys, it won't be a regular thing. Trust, okay? Switch. Oh, alright, hold on. I messed up. Alright, switch. Okay. That was great. That was awesome. Alrighty, I did. I'm a great YouTuber. Trust. Toxic getting caught out by Cobra? Wait, what's happening? Both of them are lagging? Uh-oh, hold on. Toxic is bleeding him up. Hold on a second. Wait a second, Toxic. Give him a second. Give him a moment. Ah! All right. Are we good? Are we back? Are we good? Okay, it looked like Toxie lagged for a little bit, and then so did Cobra. Both of them just had a little blip there for a second. Man, Garrote out onto Cobra. It does go for the cloak shot to Toxie, trying to see if you can commit. Cloak shot and everything is available. Looks like he's still kind of blinking all over the map. That is going to be a big gateway. He's still sprinting after the man, just trying to see if he can get caught up. That is going to be slow out of the Succubus. Mortal Coil looked like it kind of came out with a bit of delay. I think both of them are lagging right now. So if you see any weird shenanigans, like what is that shadow step? He stepped, didn't move anywhere, just randomly appeared behind Cobra, hit him with a nothing personnel kid, and then just cast it out while Toxie standing still. He's so delayed, dude. Holy, what are the shadow steps? They don't even send you flying anywhere. What is going on? I feel like both of these two I've been playing with just absolutely just wild connection interference here for a second. I mean, the rogue pressing step but not even moving anywhere, that is a little... Are the Infernos not radiating AoE damage? I was thinking, wait, yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. I was wondering for a second, like, why are the Infernos not, like, pulsating with green when you're standing next to them, Plush? But I think maybe they do it when they're in combat, but they don't do it when they're passive? Maybe? I'm not sure. Stun onto Plush for a second. Fear to follow for Cobra. Trying to see if he gets some damage going with Plush. Also maybe lagging. What is happening in the EU? Oh, watch it be me, dude. Watch me just disconnect here in a second. It starts with you boys, and then for some reason I blip out for some reason. And then I'm just a floating camera and I can't do the whole like smooth spectator like follower stuff. I need just to float around all on my own. Which is super awkward every time that happens. Let's try to see if we can go for an interrupt on a Succubus. He did burn Shadow Blades. He did burn a lot of damage actually versus Cobra. Catch him with a quick Succubus CC. Setting a bolt in. Mortal second bolt right after. Oh, the double bolt is beautiful. And that's some freebie bolts from an Overlord who's continuing to pump it down. Damage into Plush. His cells is continuing to take pressure after 3 of those free bolts from the Overlord. It is not feeling good at all. Overfiend? I think it's Overfiend. Firefiend? I don't even know. I think it's Overfiend. I don't even know what it's called. Honestly, don't even know. Gonna be Bonds of Fell. Cobra, Plush, if you move. Are you stuck? Oh, between a rock and a hard place, yeah. When you hit with the Cataclysm, and then you also got some of the Bonds of Fell. No. Gotta be a Goers. Trying to see if he can Bloodlust Cobra down. He ported, though still rooted. Got himself a bit of that Nether Ward to reflect the damage Sunder, but it trades with an Infernal. Maybe it'll give you a little bit of Brazier from the pressure. Got himself a Warlock Hellstone. Bunch of gateways open. Goer's catching him in a taser. Trying to see if he can hold him down for a moment. Holding down the fort here, maybe. As Goer's trying to continue to get some damage in. Try to go for a quick kick. Does not connect. Do you try to see if you can swap out your pet? Do you even have a pet? You might need yourself a Succubus. Oh, there she is. Never mind. Bonds of Foe breaks. It's going to be a Bulwark Totem with Bolts trying to see if he can eat away at the Bulwark. Goer's with a full ascent. He's just going to have to transition and start slapping around the pets, I think. Unless he can get over to Cobra right now. Cannot gateway for a moment. Never mind. He can. Never mind. And he, for the most part, been able to avoid that ascendance quite handily. Well done. Well done. Had only one build, only one vanish. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Yeah, that would do it. Yeah. But I guess a Warlock as a Sub-Rogue, you need those resets, man. You need those resets. Gonna be a Succubus CC onto Goer's. Bonza fell down. Goer's was able to catch up quite a lot of health. It feels like every time Goer's goes down in health very quickly. But as soon as you give him just a couple of those lightning bolts, he just gets up Maelstrom and builds himself back up again. Every single time. Root down into Cobra. Try to see if he can go for a juke kick. Does get interrupted on the shadow. Does get an opportunity to cast some fire. Can he go for CC to follow up? Maybe a Succubus to follow right after. It's going to be a stun totem to trade. Trinkets out. There's going to be a knockback on the Succubus. Is able to avoid the stun totem. Needs a Succubus CC right now. It was trying to cast it. Avoids the Succubus completely with line of sight. Can it recast again? He needs something right here, right now. Wall out. Trying to go for the Succubus CC. It stops to cast, but he's avoiding it completely. Overlord does send in his axe. The Succubus does connect. Goer's finds himself with about half his health. You have a Mortal Coil to follow off of this. There's a bolt. That might do it. Oh, that does do it. The quick cast bolt. Quick cast bolt does take it. And Cobra is holding down the fort. This is going to come down to Rick and Eloise to bring it back for their team. Unless Cobra could just shut the rest of them down. Board out for Rick. Back it up out of there. Full Tyrant. Cobra is going to be under a lot of trouble. That is a lot of pets chasing after you. Gateway to get away from the pets just to make some distance from them. He needs to wait him out for 15 seconds, knocking him back for a moment. Mortical connects. I don't know if Cobra can go anyway. Need a port, need something. I think he just lights. Rick takes it, but Cobra did fight valiantly to the very bitter end. Leo tried to see if he can swing around the corner. Those pets are still in play. So for Rick, that is a lot of freebie damage. Catches him in a blind. There goes a stun. Gripping him right after. IBF to break out of the CC. Rick porting out away. He's just in a great, perfect spot right now. Silence to follow him. As Leo tried to see if he gets some damage in. Wall, but I don't know if Rick will be enough. I think Leo takes it. I think Leo straight up takes it. Unless you can somehow recover, ain't happening. A Frost Death Knight will send out the entire army of the riders at you with full cooldowns and everything. There just isn't much you can do, man. Not much you can do. As Eloise is going to be last one left over for the team one. Leo did spend just about everything versus Rick, though. So he's just walking into this with not a lot. Not even a lich. Oh, no, he does have a lich board. Never mind. I was going to say probably not even a lich board. I would have expected him to use lich board just defensively because it's not just like as warrior zerkers, it also comes with a DR too, which is, I think you got a talent at it normally, but still pretty nice. Like 50% DR and leech, I think. Usually pretty good for survivability. Better than nothing. Flying up in air, Eloise put himself in an unfortunate situation. This is Leo an opportunity to at least recover though. This could be his chance to get some cooldowns back. Is going to be stunned around the corner. It's just not a lot of health. I think he's going to get cleaved down. AMS to keep himself alive barely. Death Pact is available. Blind on Eloise as long as Elo holds their trinket and sends it during the right moment, like a defensive usage. Like when Leo gets cooldowns, which he's actually going to get him in a handful of seconds. If you have a trinket for that stun to immediate immunity and then just stay away from Leo, you might be okay. There goes the go. This is where you use defenses. Try to go for a cleave. No, it doesn't matter. If you just use the rogue global, Leo just takes it. Oh my god. I didn't realize it would do that much damage that quickly. Leo bringing it back. Cobra holding the fort, but between him and Leo, I mean, that's a two-man ragtag team right there. Holding it down for the rest of them boys, you know what I mean? They needed that one win after that mug game, man. They needed it. Let's go, boys. Let's get ourselves the teams going in here, boys, yeah? Let's get the teams ready. Let me know when you guys are good. Let me know when y'all are both good. Rick is a knight. Maybe makes it want to try Demon Warlock. Bro, Demon Warlock is very strong right now. In the Duels of plenty cases, Monk did more damage. Not consistently, but he did. Oh, so no Paladins. What? Now that's a shame. Would love some of them die. Choose the build back now. Ready? Beautiful. Johnny, is he ready? Johnny's ready. Alrighty. Tall Viron. Give you guys a bigger arena, a bigger map to work with. I feel like you guys are probably gonna need it. Stretch your legs, you know what I mean? Gives you an opportunity to get stuff done. Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah, baby. Alrighty. Let's see if we can get a another game going here, boys. Yeah, get ourselves uno más here, baby. Yeah, uno más, baby. Dude, these deals are still fun to this day. I'm actually so excited. I'm hopefully we'll see a bunch of class changes for the patch 11.2, man. That's what I'm really hoping for, because 11.17, it looks like they're not really trying to shake the waters too much. I am still hoping to see a little bit of tuning, you know, buff things that are underperforming, not really nerf things that are overperforming or whatever, or like meta classes. But I feel like at this point, like the meta is solidified. I doubt that Blizzard's going to make too many big changes. Which, although I'd love to see some huge changes for the next patch, you know what I mean? Leo going to be first up versus Goeris, as they're both starting off a little bit more on the safer side, summoning up the Earthy Elemental immediately. For Leo, that's an opportunity to at least build up a bunch of resources, so he's good to go versus Goeris. Goeris seen him building up for it. He's just like, you know what, I'm gonna actually back up out of that. I need a better angle. He kind of wants to see if he can catch Leo out in the open. Leo wants to play around the pillar just so he have some sort of an escape. Is gonna go knocking back on all the riders, tricking with a burrow down for Goeris. This is gonna be Leo's most amount of damage. Trying to see if he can stay on top of Goeris. It's gonna go for IBF, silence to follow, rotating into a wall. Should help him live this. Still has a bulwark totem in case it needs to. Will not need it. Plenty of healing. All that damage Leo was putting out. Goeris has been able to counter it. He did have to use 2 big defenses though. It is going to be a full ascent, however. So if you can keep Leo out in the open like this, not let him go anywhere, just lashing at him with those wind strikes again and again. Chain of ice for Leo. Trying to see if he can back up out of there. Leo stole some kind of a spell from Goeris. I'm not exactly sure what he stole. Maybe a heal. Maybe he stole like a lightning bolt. Maybe a tempest. Maybe the leap a bit. Lightning bolt. It was a lightning bolt. That's literally what he hit him with. But Leo's still not out of the woods. Hold on a second. He's still getting zapped up. Those lightning bolts are not doing the most amount of damage. At least those ones that followed up. But still, they do quite a decent bit. Rooted down. Goeris, do you have yourself a big go? Blind out for Leo. Leo is trying to see if he can find himself a bit of cover. A bit of that recovery. He needs this right now. He needs a moment here. He needs a moment to get himself a little bit of healing. For Goeris, this is an opportunity to go in. He needs to find a way to break past the slows. Lock down Leo. I don't think for Goeris, waiting and staying back is a good move. I think while Leo's cooldowns are down offensively, that's where you need to get in there. Bulwark is going to be your only protection here, as Leo's setting up for a go here. He's got himself Riders coming up in just a second. Goeris finds himself with less than half health. He got a Bulwark without even getting anything out of him. Without really committing to any cooldowns. Stun onto Leo. There goes the Riders. There goes the full stun with the silence to follow up. Goeris is very limited on what he can do. Quick stun for a second. Do you have another stun? Do you have another anything at all? And Leo just takes it. Oh my god. This is where I really think, like, once you have a Frost DK on the back foot walking away from you, you gotta go for the jugular. You have to go for the jugular. That is so rough, because if this guy plays out, literally he's a sub rogue with a plate armor, 2 heavy swords, and no stealth. And I mean, literally same play style though. He walks up to you, bursts you down, doesn't kill you, back up out of there, come back later. Come back later, you know, let's do a range check on you. I'll visit you next time. He is surrounded by a bunch of demons, however. They're not doing as much damage as they normally would be. Plus, his health healing has gotten a lot better ever since they buffed it up. Not like Frost DK's healing is like insane or anything, but it has gotten a lot better. Leo is able to at least keep himself alive here. As long as he's not overwhelmed with too many demons, he's actually doing kind of okay. And he's got himself potentially Dark Sim that he can spell steal from Rick. Will not be able to Dark Sim a Mortical, although that would have been amazing. Silence on a Rick. Dude, try to Dark Sim him. You have a grip? Oh no, I think he walked away from him. I think he decided to walk behind the pillar, but he didn't see that Rick was right behind him. Does give him an opportunity to at least back up out of there. He used pillar. He does have riders. He does have AMS. That is going to be a full tyrant with a demon doggo. This is going to be the worst of damage that Rick can do right now. And if Leo can live this, he'll be okay. You just got to be very careful with that tyrant. Blind on all the pets. That helps out a bunch. The Indicator to slow him down as well. It also helps out a bunch. Like, as long as he's keeping himself okay, he's fine. Rick is setting himself up in a situation where he needs a gateway, needs a port. If he can just escape the full go of Leo, he'll be fine. He just needs to escape. He needs to continuously just keep slamming in more pets at him as best as possible, but he just needs to escape. Because you can see way stronger than it really is. It's great and calm decision making. Bro, Leo is actually pretty good DK, yeah. Definitely really good. I loved watching this man play Frost DK. He can't win every game because, you know, Frost is just not in that situation. But he definitely does make some great decisions. Does go for the full stun. Rick, is that a silence to follow up? Dark Sims. I don't know what he's going to be able to Dark Sim off of him, but he's definitely going to be able to Dark Sim something. That's going to be Leo trying to see if he can catch up to Rick. Full stun, Axos, Gloomhound, trying to see if he can keep the pressure. Does he have the damage? Into AMZ, does break out of it, pour down for Rick. Unfortunately, and for Leo, he's just trying to see if he can back up out of there. That is still a full army of demons with Demon Doggo also charging in. A lot of the damage for Rick is going to be Demon Doggo build, because every time you summon a Tyrant, or if you get a Jackpot proc, you summon like a graded Dreadhound. But even the little Dreadhound get all the procs and all the talent combos of the Dreadstalkers, and I think that just might be light for Leo unless he has a way to live this. That is a lot of pet damage just with Dreadhounds, dude. So double Felguard, a Gloomhound, and a Tyrant, and a Greater Doggo, not that bad. 2 little doggos, now you're in a bit of a hurt. Now you're in a bit of a world of hurt, because so much of the Demon Warlock playstyle is all about the doggo build. It literally goes to the dogs. Literally all goes to the dogs. Try to go for a Mortal Coil. It looks like he was able to pretty well mess it. He's able to avoid it for the most part. And it's really just going to come down to see how Leo escapes out of this situation. Is going to try to see if he can get around. Blind for a second. Rick standing next to a gateway. Potentially could take it. Does he take it? Goes for a kick. Canonical Dons are okay, not the bad. Does hit himself with the Overlord. Doesn't have a lot of health. Leo needs whatever he can to survive. Steals a wall. Hold on. That wall steal might be the play. He stole the wall and gives him just enough survivability to potentially do this. Grip around the corner if you can do it. Wraith walk for a second. Tyrant is going to be out next. That's going to just summon even more pets on you and empower the ones that are chasing you. Slow down on all these pets is going to help out a little bit. Whatever slows you can provide will be helpful. Gateway with a mortar coil. He's just trying to see if he can end you. AMS is the only thing you can really use right now, huh? You need a heal. More heals. More heals. More heals. More heals. More heals. Summoning up a ghoul. Sacrifice that thing. Dampening is super high. If you're gonna have a chance to survive, you gotta sacrifice that thing. There's a Doom Lord hanging around the corner. Silence for a second. Axe toss. Leo, his last breakaway. Is it gonna be enough? Try to see if he can chase it. He got himself maybe survivability. Death Pact is available. Use the Death Pact right now. Death and Decay for all those other pets while they're chasing after him. Still has a goal. He still can sacrifice it. Ideally, should wait until Death Pact is over before he sacrifices that thing. So at least you can get some valuable health out of it. But he's backing up out of there. IBF is also available. He has himself riders. He has himself everything. Technically, this could be the play. AMS for just a second. I don't really know what he sent at the guy. I don't think he sent a death coil at him or anything. Hopefully not. There's going to be Axos breaks out of it. Blind to follow. Rick has no defenses. This is your chance. If you have anything, Leo, pull from the deep of your core. Mortical runs him out. Pull everything you have. This is your one last chance. Silence, and he takes it. Oh my God, he takes it. Oh, baby. Eloise, can you give him like a second to breathe? Or no? Not going to happen? Okay. I really don't even need him to get a breather. I'm a mouse sensitivity bugged out, so I'm trying to be, dude, I am moving my mouse inches, millimeter movements to get like this type of like smooth camera angles. I am making barely any movements. My mouse, this is my normal mouse speed right now. Like, this is me barely moving it. This is how fast it is. I am making micro adjustments. If you gave him like a second, I can go and fix it real quickly. I gotta get behind my PC. My driver's messed up, I guess, or something. I don't know, dude. Probably needs an update. Or no. Gonna be a blind. Does Leo just take a second one? It's gonna be Eloise, possibly with an immunity. You may just need it. AMS out for Leo. You got a lot of damage. Can you dark sim anything off of Eloise? I don't think you can dark sim anything fun, right? Like maybe a stun. Chaos over, you probably could dark sim that. Probably could dark sim that. You could probably sim Ivy. That'd be hilarious if you could dark sim Ivy, though. That'd be insane. Imagine. Eloise just finds herself super low, though. Hold on. Hold on. Eloise finds herself super low. First aid may not be enough. Remorseless Winter waiting for you. Still got full demon form available. This could be your chance here. Flying up in the air. Got himself plenty of damage. I don't know if you just dark sim one of those. Can you dark sim a Lance? Might be able to. He's not going to try for it. Stun. Oh, but the rider does end up taking about. Double rogue left over for the team one. Both of them are ready. With Leo left with not a lot. Initial immediate stun onto Plush. It goes in for advantage. Eyes are available for Leo if he wants to grab them. There is a chain of eyes onto Plush, but he didn't get a dot on him by the looks of it. Or maybe he did? I'm not even sure, to be honest. Local DK is really angry to die. So seriously, dude, seriously, too angry to die. Too angry to die. Who is this man? I still get, God, my mouse, man, is so buggy. I barely moved it there, chat. I'm making some like really micro adjustments, guiding, like using my fingertips to slowly inch it across the mouse mat. Oh no! Ow, Leo! How are you alive? Ain't no way you're alive, right? Ain't no way you live this. Yeah, no, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Damocles gonna be up next, picking up the eye immediately. He's not gonna let Plush out of his sight at all. Hits up with the disarm for disarm. Stun to follow. He does have at least his punches. He has a quick roar just to shatter his defenses into a spear, but he's gonna go for a trinket. Plus, right now, this could be an opportunity to potentially make something happen. Does go for an evasion. This way, Damocles can do some damage. Not all, but some. It looks like it's enough to get Plush running behind the pillar at least. And Damocles used to find a way to find the guy immediately here. Zerkers can't sap him. Does at least get into combo with the guy. Next one could be huge. Parry. If you could parry a kitten shot, that would have been amazing. Or even just a cheap shot would have been good too. Looks like he may need it immediately. Parry? No parry. Goes in for execute. Blind to follow. If you only had some other way to break out of the blind. Unless you have a leap. First aid. Not gonna force the guy out there. Also, I like your Legion Axe, by the way. That thing looks sick. Matches your Mog super well with that tabard. Hell yeah. Plus, looks like he's gonna go for a reset as well. I was gonna say, does either team have a mage? But it looks like team 2 does have a mage. Oh, what is that lame charge? What is that stealth? How do you stealth that lame charge? Gouge? Trades into a stun, into another stun, disarm right after, fear to follow on that cloak. That actually is a pretty decent trade. They're just trying to minimize each other's damage. Disarm onto plus does get himself yet another reset. Tell me he's got a bleed on him, right? He doesn't. No, wait, he does. Wait, he does. No, the Vanished Shield did keep him alive there. I was gonna save for a second. You just gotta make sure you get a bleed on the guy. Sap, Zerkers, is there a bleed? Ah, you gotta make sure the bleeds last a while. You gotta make sure that Renda's on him. Eyes are up and everything. I don't think you can dark sim things that don't cost mana. Technically, certain things are a cast and a spell. Actually, maybe you're right. Maybe it does need a mana cost. Maybe you're correct. I always want to try it though, because you probably can dark sim some wild wacky things. Big burst out for Plush. Parry for Damocles. Keeping him so alive here versus Plush. Does go for a quick roar. One execute. Is this enough? Second charge execute to follow. Is that enough bleed? Rogue, run, but run. He stopped running tired though, unfortunately. Don't run, you'll just die tired. Gonna be Toxic up next. Few hits, few bleeds on the Damocles. Quick shift, and I think it's done. Once he gets below 10% health, those dots, or not? I was gonna say, or not? He's just keeping himself alive, dude. Damocles doesn't want to die. Living up to the name Damocles, man. Damn. Should be Damocles, dude. Damocles. Damn, he cleaves. Toxic does end up taking it. There's just not much more you can do in that situation. We're so high to dampening, man. 30%. 71% dampening. Way too high. Who's up next? Is it the dragon? Mistakes? Is it going to be Rifty? Cobra? Probably should have sent Rifty because he hasn't got a chance to play at all. Right? Just let him play the rogue. Unless he's like, you know what? I don't want to do a rogue. I don't want to do a rogue. I actually think it would be the best class for it. I feel like with mistakes, the only way he beats a rogue is if he doesn't make any mistakes at all. Because you're not going to be able to get a lot of healing. And the rogue still has every dot, every cooldown. Kingsbane is up. Mistakes trying to see if he can back up out of there. But the guy just disappeared. Pulled a vanish. With Evoker. Dude, there's just not much you can do as Evoker. You got a lot of damage, but you're a glass cannon. Emphasis on the cannon, but emphasis on the glass too. I feel like some classes out there are really hard hitting, and there's like, man, that's kind of like a glass cannon. You know, they can kind of sometimes die, but do a lot of damage. No, Evokers are absolutely fragile. Like, at least in PvP content. I feel like PvE, there kind of can be some survivable. Since Evoker just pop wall and standard mechanics and they're mostly okay. 30% DR is some work though. You know what I mean? That is a lot of DR. And 2 charges on it, that is good. Cheap shots back to back on the Cobra. He does get himself a wall to make sure he doesn't get interrupted. Toxic is just a matter of time until he goes down and does end up getting taken out. That is so unfortunate. Leo does bring back 3 though. Why is your healing more than your damage as a Death Knight? Hello? Is it just because of those pets? The demons? Jesus, dude. All right, let's get us another one going, boys, yeah? Uno mas. Let me go fix my mouse thing, because this absolutely, it feels like spaghetti in my hands, man. Real quick, let me fix it, yeah? BRB, 2 seconds. Literally gotta go behind my PC. I don't have to go far.
With their nails done. Girls with their nails done. I like the girls with their nails done.
Let me see, are we good? Oh, thank God, man. It's so, I can't do it, dude. I can't. I have to have my DPI. I have my DPI high, but my sensitivity low, so the mouse actually moves with my hand movement, man. If it doesn't have that same perfect, like, move feel, oh, I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I'm too used to it. All right, Johnny's ready. Plush is ready. Let's get you boys going. Also, we can switch around teams if you guys ever want to. Like, if you just want to refresh the team or whatever, we could do that. Set you guys into Dalaran Duels. I think we missed that one last time. DHs also feel like glass cannons, but at least they live longer. Dude, Demon Hunters, yeah, they are glass cannons also. Very much glass cannons. Well, I'd say Demon Hunters are glass. I don't know about the cannon. Like, can they do damage? They definitely can. They have pockets where they can do really good damage. But I feel like they're always like a bit of a setup class, man. You have to get a full stun lockdown combo, second stun right after, then back to flip out of there. Then come back in and maybe get yourself a proper setup. Maybe follow up with a big hunt. Or open up with a hunt and then go to a little setup. A little something. But I don't really see them like one-shotting people all that often. They do damage, but like... I think Evokers can literally just blast an entire team apart if they are like... If they get a chance to free cast. Like, we see them all the time in solo BG Blitz. And they're really good there. Like, fantastic in there specifically. You know? But, yeah. Demon Hunters are okay, but they're really good at, like, objectives and spinning and moving from A to B and possibly, like, capping with an in-cap or imprison or whatever. You know what I mean? Which. Evokers having a blast or runs and rolls down to second. Yeah, definitely not having a good time. That is not Evoker gameplay for you. Is Goer's going to be first up yet again? Man, audio was Blue Chimera versus Damocles, man. Is going to get hit with a root immediately. Reflect up is going to be a stun totem. As Goer is just going to win striker from afar. Not Axos, but the it might as well be an Axos, honestly. Stormbolt does connect. Actually, I think it'd be kind of cool if Warriors had like a Stormbolt if they have a mace. Axos if they have an axe. I don't know, and maybe like some kind of like a name for the sword if they have a sword or something. Maybe like a pin down with a spear or takedown or something. Was that the ability back in the day the Warriors had as a stun? Proper takedown or something. Cataclysm, I think it was. Maybe also in Wrath, but wouldn't even know, honestly. Stormbolt does connect. Damocles trying to see if he can close the gap. Does get knocked back for a second. Then it's going to be Goer just doing for range hits, man. He just building up a lot of that Maelstrom. Frost shocking him from afar. He just doesn't really need to get over there with Damocles at all. He just needs to keep him at bay. Damocles, however, unless Goer's got some cooldowns, I don't think Damocles is going to go anywhere. So I feel like it's going to come down for a cooldown game. Warriors have quite a decent bit of healing. Not even have to play Fury. And you can actually kind of live some damage that goes out at you as long as it's not like super overwhelming and just the entire time trucks you all the way. Like, he can deal with a little bit of this burst goes. You know what I mean? Knockback does not send him flying, but the stun totem does connect. Sunder right after. This gives Goer an opportunity to spend some of that Maelstrom. Big tempest to follow. It's going to be a big demolish. Has to cancel. It does. It's going to be a leap out for Guerreros. Is going to go for a wall here. For Damocles, potentially a parry situation. Because he's going to take a decent bit of damage. He's got him some consistency when he's next to Guerreros, but there's only so much you can do. Is going to go for a leap away. Try to see if he can get himself a full reset. Hold on a second. Root around the corner. He does hit the totem, but as long as he doesn't take any direct damage, this way you gotta make sure you got a flame shock on the guy, so at least he takes damage. Does go for double charge. One of those being knocked away with a thunderstorm is gonna be able to stay on Goer's. That is a bulwark totem to hold on. Goer's is actually, when you think about it, burning through a decent bit of his cooldowns. It's actually burning through quite a bit. Damocles had himself a parry. He's still got plenty of that self-heal. He's got himself demolish coming up. Stun, trinket available for Goer's. If you can take down that totem, will not be able to full ascend right now. This could be pretty rough. Goer's getting hit with the Disarm. Could not move the totem last second, but it's going to be in a bit of a rough spot. Parry up right now for Damocles. Goer's, can you go for Wind Strikes or is it going to be parried? Because technically should be coded as a Storm Strike. And that would be parried, even though it's from a range, isn't it? Or am I wrong about that? Fear out onto Goer's does go for a quick trinket. Damocles actually got himself a decent bit of damage. Still got Avatar Rocket. If Goer's isn't careful, Damocles could potentially build up a decent bit of damage. Lightning bolts are flying out. Try to see if he kind of disconnect away from Damocles, cutting him out. Then it's going to be one execute. Does he have another one? Needs another one. One more execute. Mortal Strike may do it. Rooted him for a second. Is going to go for Healing Surges just to get himself a bit of recovery. Damocles got himself the full stun Colossus combo. If he can somehow leap, he uses leap defensively. That could put him in a bad spot. All 4 wolves are rushing at you. Stun around the corner. That can be really rough. Let's go Ares have enough damage. Damage is so low. Do you have any healing? Shockwave for a second. Picking up a heal last moment. Stun right after. Do you go offensive? I think you just got to commit some damage. I don't think you can escape him. He's going to try to. He's definitely going to give it a solid college try at it. I don't know if you got any more healing or anything available. Reflect for just a quick second. Roar is in play. You could go for a demolish. That's all he's going to go for is a demolish right after. Just not enough damage to put Goers in a rough one. And Goers, he's just going to commit the rest of the damage to take it down the warrior. Damn it. Well done, well done. It takes one. And Leo trying to give him that honorable match. Ooh. I like that. The honorable duel. Goers does go in, start to zap him up. This is going to be full blind. He doesn't have a trinket. So honestly, if Goers just goes down here, I don't think there's much he can do. Walling us off while Leo disconnects a little bit of his cooldowns. He doesn't send everything. He uses a pillar, but he doesn't send in his riders or anything. He just gets procs of riders for free. Grip, there goes a full set of riders, got him some full burst. Goers does have a send, but there's just not much you can do defensively, as Leo is going to end up taking it, trying to go into Eloise immediately, because it looks like Elo is going to be up next. Fear on the riders as well as Leo does Zerker. Eloise with the immunity, but it might not be enough. Just absolutely cleave him down, taking the momentum of the riders from the Shaman onto the Demon Hunter, taking him out right then and there, with Rick going to be up next. 21% dampening. Last time Leo fought Rick, it was a rough match, man. It was a lot of running, a lot of kiting. Is going to go for a pre-AMS here. He's definitely going to have to get a Dark Sim. I don't know where you can Dark Sim off of him. I have no idea what you Dark Simmed off of the guy. Maybe you can Dark Sim like Demon Doggos or something? Puppy Dogs? Handle Gul'dan? Get you some more imps of your own? I'm sure this Handle Gul'dan is just going to be like just the actual damage of Handle Gul'dan, but no imps or any pets that you summon, right? Although that would be cool. That actually would be cool, actually. It's going to be Rick trying to see if he can lock it down for a second. Trinket to follow. Leo got himself a lot of damage potential. Does he go for Zerker, for a Dark Sim? I think he has to. Man. He does go for Dark Sim. And Rick trying to be very, very careful. Silence right after. Whatever spell you send at him right now is what he's going to get out of it. I don't know what you would have sent at him. Trying to go for a Fear. Hopefully that wasn't the ability that was Dark Simmed. That would be the worst. Leo does get himself a little bit of death strikes off of those pets. At least he's able to stabilize a little. That is going to be tiring. However, as long as the demon dogs are not in play, he might actually be kind of okay. Maybe. Well, hold on. No, demon dogs are in play. Never mind. He might be actually in a bit of trouble. He can't grip for a second. That nether ward is going to be a little bit tough, as it's going to reflect all the damage back to him. It's going to summon up a gold. May need to sacrifice it. Maybe look at it potentially. He did use Dark Sim. I just don't know what he's going to get out of Dark Sim. Yeah, I don't really know what he would get out of Dark Sim. Rick did end up kind of holding on, just trying to make sure he doesn't give him any spells whatsoever. Dark Sim is back in play. You do have a Death Pact, you do have AMS. Maybe you can pick up like a Mortal Coil. Try to go for a lockdown stun. Do you have enough damage? Leo just doesn't have enough to work with here. Silence, AMS, Death Pact for a second. Wait, no way! Rick, did you just die here? No, Sean, you just died! Demon Bolt! He stole Demon Bolt! And he actually does bring it back! There's just no shot! I honestly thought Leo was out! I thought he was the lights! I thought it was curtains! I heard the bell ring! Leo just walking at him! I ain't hear no bell! I ain't hear no bell! Get back in here! Get over here! You gotta love it, man. You gotta love the gusto on that guy. My God. I honestly thought it was over. I thought it was done with. Big DFA. Blush getting to immune that Mortal Coil, which is massive wall off for Cobra. Blush has himself an evasion. Could use that just to damage ER. Manage ER evasion might be the play. Oh, I don't know if you have enough health. Shadow Meld. I don't know if you can heal. Smoke Bomb. Trying to break away out of there. Bunza fell. Avoided the pets. Oh, got himself a bit of sippy. Oh, the Overlord is not going to feel good. Oh, right down the middle of his spine. Oh, he ain't going to be able to walk that one off. Ever. Oh, my God. Cobra is going to be able to get some dots out of Toxic. Trinket Shadow Step. I don't know why it's a Mortal Coil. I think it's over, Cobra. Yeah, Toxic just ends up sending a bit of damage to him with a King's Bane and everything. It's going to be down to Toxic to potentially take down mistakes as well as our Roof Team. I love how Rifty has not got a chance to play here at all, by the way. Big deep breath, out for mistakes. He's playing that Scale Commander. So you should be maybe okay. Definitely needs to wall those damage as soon as possible. That is going to be a lot of hits. Full death mark. Everything is available. Triple bleeds. Big and venom. Oh my god. Toxie? Toxie, what are you doing, man? What are you doing, dude? Man, the Yozo was such a champ for sure. For sure. However, though, it could be Toxie's game, man. Toxie could potentially be the man in the spotlight here. Love my man Leo, but Toxie, this could be your chance. Does go for a gouge, cheap shot. Using gouge as a stun versus Rifty is some work, by the way. It is some work right there. He's got himself a bit of that damage into a wall of water, using that for line of sight, trying to see if he can stay away from Rifty while he's burning down a little bit. Is going to be able to catch himself that reset behind the pillar. Shift in power, walking into it. Does he go for Garrote? Looks like he tried to go road or hit the images first. Maybe? I think he walked next to him. Big damage on Toxie. Does go for a Kingsbane. Cold blood. Wait a second. That is going to be cauterized. Rifty, if you ain't careful, that's going to be cauterized. Shadow Meld or... Yeah, no. Actually, it is Shadow Meld down for Toxie. And Rifty does go for the block before Cod procs. So now all Toxie needs to do is get past cauterize and you're okay. However, Rifty with a single setup and a Meteor could end it here into a full blink. Does go for a Garrote. That chain CC step in as soon as he goes in for reverse blinks. It is massive. Separated for a second, cannot reconnect. The rogue under a bit of pressure, and it's going to be a lot of blades though. Rifty with a caught. Wait a second, I didn't realize Rifty caught that one. Oh, Toxie, he actually did a lot of damage. Also, both him and Leo did well. I made you review that one back, see which one of these duels impressed me. That's going to be the title more or less and the thumbnail. But man, both of them played good, man. Bring it back for Team 1. You got to give him that. You got to give Team 1 and Toxie a chance, man. He brought it back. Well done, well done. Let's get us another going here, boys, yeah? Uno mas, uno mas. Alrighty, let me know when you boys are ready and we'll get another one going. Or if you want to switch up the teams, that is something we can also do. Just a bit of that variety, you know what I mean? Here we go. Ready? Beautiful. Johnny, do you need more bodies? Need one. John needs one, boys. Johnny is in dire need of one. That one can be found. Or if you're the one, find the group over on the Molten Core listed for 5V5 1V1 duels. Close. You almost got it. It's okay. You got one. Oh, wow. You guys are quick. Don't even need me, man. Don't even need my assistance. Alrighty, let's get you guys going. GG Toxie? Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Let's see. What am I gonna? I'm gonna send you into Rook. Alright, off to jail in you. Off to jail with you, boys. You guys been bad. You guys been a bunch of bad boys. Gotta send you off into the prison. The Black Rook Hold. That place is a prison, right? I always thought it was a fort, but this middle area basically is like a gladiatorial and contender arena though. But also I think it's a prison, isn't it? Isn't Black Rook Hold also a prison too? Because I know it's a fort. No, it is a prison because they have like the whole Maev sitting in the bottom in the cell, isn't it? It is a prison. Okay. Yeah, because like I mean look at the walls, look at the the grates. Definitely is a prison. Like I just kind of recently put the two and two together. But yeah, Maev, that's where you find Maev, is in the bottom of Black Rook Hold prison, as well as a bunch of other demon hunters who were taken by the spectral elves that still populate the premises. You ever think that these guys are gonna join us in the fight against the Void? Do you think they're gonna join us in War Within? They're gonna be like, hey, we came to help. Because they're like, they're beings that still can do something, right? They're just straight up just souls. After the whole Ajara thing. Switch. Wait, switch. Here we go. Got us those Goyards over for the Team 1. Ready to go. This is going to be first up. Cobra, sending them out first. Trying to see if we go for Succubus CC. Does Succubus CC work if you're a Ghost Wolf? Because you technically are a beast while you're in a Ghost Wolf. Succubus can hit humanoids, but not beasts. Can hit beasts. Except for Worgen, I guess. But, yeah. How cool would it be, dude? How messed up would it be if working with beasts? You know what I mean? You just be a hunter, scare beast them to death the entire time in PvP. How messed up would that be? This is going to be stunned out for Cobra, trying to see if he can get himself a Bonds of Fell. Guerrero just continued to lash out at Cobra. He is private to pop some defensive, but holding on to a wall. This one, Guerrero wants to see if he can maximize some damage. Looking and fishing for this Tempest. Mortal Coil, Bolt, that's going to be Shadow Fury, does end up diving on the ground. Bolt still connects, but he is able to evade the CC at least. Cobra trying to pick up a little bit of healing, but that Earthy Elemental, not going to let him happen. Not letting it happen whatsoever. Like that guy, man, just walked up, hit him with a quick fist bump. The Earth Elemental, unfortunately, just doesn't really do much unless you are Elemental and you have like the primal version of that thing. And then at least it does like some taunts, it has a stun, but like it doesn't really do a lot of damage. There's no significant damage, unfortunately. I wonder if you could have like a build with it. Wait, no, that reminds me, Shadowlands it was. Shadowlands, you had that one legendary that causes you to have an earthquake around it. Wasn't that what Rest of Shamans played? To the top, damn it. That's gonna be a stun to Guerreros. Do you just go down? No bolt. Cataclysm is gonna hurt. All this damage is still painful, but as long as you don't get hit by the double bolt, you'll be okay. For Corbe, he's still just continuing to chain defenses just to make sure he's keeping himself alive. Health funnel on the pet. For Guerreros, may actually be a move here. If not completely take down the pet, maybe just use it in order to try to get more Tempest off of it. It may not be a bad play at all. Does Corbe have a gate? I don't think he even has the gate set up here right now, does he? No, wait, he does. Yeah, he does. He might end up taking it, though. I didn't even realize it was right here around the corner. No, he's just going to try to see if he can get himself a little bit of that fear, drain life. Why is it drain life in front of Guerreros like that? He juked a kick from him, but I think maybe that's why. Got himself full succubus, you see, immolate to follow. Guerreros does have a wall here, so for Cobra, I don't think he wants to commit a lot of cooldowns. He does have a Mortal Coil. Is going to get sent knocked back for a second. Mortal Coil does connect. Bolt 1 into Ruination off of that stun. Second bolt right after. Holy, that's a lot of damage. Guerreros is going to grapple with it. Is going to be a full ascent. Oh, more bolts flying in. The damage just does not stop. The Natural Warlock is on the chase, trying to see if he can take him out. Guerreros trying to pick up a lot of healing. Get himself lots of the Maelstrom value, which is massive. Is getting himself a lot of that healing, trying to see if he gets pressure on the succubus, who's going to catch him out in the open while he does go for a drain. Keeping that thing alive so you don't have to resummon one is golden. Is going to be a quick fear of the Bonds of Fell. Bold right after. Oh, and an Overlord finishes it. Dude, the burst setup. He went from kind of like, okay, I kind of am okay in health, to just like, nope, far from it. You got to love the burst setups of Destro, man. You got to love those. Is going to be a strike out for the Rogue. Plush is going to be an immediate gateway out for Corbe. Trying to see if he can set the succubus out in the open. But Plush is just going to end up backing up out of there completely. Don't want to do nothing with it. Nothing with it. Is looking to get himself a... I looked like you were trying to go for a sap on the succubus, right? Like a CC. I can't tell them. Mortal Coil is going to be an opportunity for Corbe to get something else set up. He doesn't have a stun to follow up, but he doesn't have enough damage with the portals and the Chaos Mother to absolutely start to melt Plush with an Infernal Bolt. Looking to queue up. Does not get it though. Plush got himself a reset. If he's still dotted, he is dotted. Try to see if he can get a remark onto Cobra. Looking for a knock. Does not quite connect. But the succubus, however, does establish a connection with Plush. Does set up entice him to just stand still there for a second like a human training dummy. Gouge for just a moment. Blind on the succubus is looking for a reset, I think. That or just trying to see if he can find himself a bit of that cover. Bonds of Fell does connect, unfortunately. Bitter Cataclysm right after. Just doesn't give you much of an option. You know what I mean? Either you stand still and take a kata, and then you're kind of stuck, or you move, avoiding the kata, but then you get hit by Bonds of Fell. Wall out for Cobra, however. Ooh, the DFA to catch up after him. Through the grates, though, flying right through. Phasing through the building. That is not that bad. However, Cobra having a out with the gateway does put him ahead, though. Plush could potentially just lock down the succubus and maybe take that thing out slowly but surely. But as a sub-rogue, I mean, backstabs do very, very little to that thing. Let's be honest, man. Do very, very little to it. Does still have himself under the Bonds of Fell. As long as you can feint it, you can reduce some of his AoE damage. That is going to be cheap shot to trade on the succubus CC. Still gives Cobra an opportunity to follow up with even more CC. Stun into a fear. Bolt 1. Overlord joins in. Overlord almost ends it. Vanish right after. Plush with that vanish. Use it at the perfect time. That Overlord is still in play, by the way. Never mind, it's gone now. It has gone down. Technically, he does stick around for a while. Wait, are you just dead? Oh, no. I didn't realize you were dead. I actually thought you escaped it. I thought you were going to be okay. And then the rider, the Inferno just walked up and started to take you out. I didn't even realize that. Toxic tried to see if he go for Garrotes on both Cobra as well as Succubus. That is still going to be Succubus catching it. You have the double bolt. You have a single bolt. That is going to be Meld though, so he's going to be able to stop the damage from the bolt altogether with a gateway right after. That cooldown on the gateway is massive for him right now. Corby is able to escape Toxic completely. He does have himself an opportunity to go for some damage. Does he go Kingsbane? Does he go Deathmark? Maybe just both of them. Into Succubus CC, just try to see if you can get whatever CC onto Toxic. Mad Bolt! Oh, there's a lot of damage. That one bolt right here. Cloak of Shadows, Cobra needs everything to live. Does pick himself up on a little bit of Warlock Hellstone. Eyes are available. Honestly, may just want to pick him up here. If that Succubus gets roted, you'll be in a bit of a rough spot. Toxic does get hit with a slow immediately. Succubus far enough away, but it doesn't go for Succubus CC. You do have him dotted. Are the dots going to be enough? Your health is in jeopardy. Oh, does go down. Toxic able to take it. Well done, well done. All right, Toxic. You got the spotlight, my guy. This is your chance to shine. And it looks like you never had to use Kingsbane or Deathmark or anything on him at all. Versus Mistakes. Got himself full Deathmark. Everything. Is that give Kingsbane? No. Just goes in for cheap shots back to back. I don't know if you go for Garrote. Try to go for Garrote. But it's going to be the Evoker catching him in a deep breath. Does go for the Shatter. Beam around the corner. That's not going to feel good at all, though. That beam hurts. I don't know if the Fire Breath connected optimally. I am sorry. What? One in Venom. One of Venom's old trick. That is nuts. That is actually nuts. All it took is one in Venom. Niche is going to be up next, however. Cyberpowers versus Assassination walking up next to him. Phantom, nice cheap shot. Toxic making sure to get himself the opener. Shrink it out for Niche, however. Can he just end it? Cheat death to Toxic. Oh, it didn't even let him. Cheat death didn't even do anything. What happened? Blizzard, hello? He literally cheated him out of a cheat death. Hold on, Niche. Oh, what is that you're doing to Eloise? Oh, Lord, what are you doing to all of these homies? Cloak of Shadows for the Hunt. Not taking any of the chaos damage. Does get hit with a glaive. That is going to be physical damage, unfortunately. He's just trying to see if he can get himself an angle. Blind into Eloise. No more trinket. Yo, if you get yourself another dance here. Cheap shot. I don't even know if he needs much. Flagellation. So he didn't have Flagellation together with Blade. Separating the two by the looks of it. Oh, yeah. That takes it. Rick is going to try to see if he can slow into Niche. Immediately evasion up. He doesn't have any more resets, however. So Niche is just going to have a go at some point versus Rick. I don't really know if he can. Subrogue versus Demon Warlock, not a matchup that's easy at all, unfortunately. Mortal Coil, if you were to follow, I think it's just going to be Lights. Get himself full Tyrant, unless you just somehow do the most amount of damage. Unless you just somehow sneak up and do the most amount of damage, I think it's over. Yeah, with that Axe Toss, pretty much over. Overlord, cheat death. It's done. It's done. Yeah. All right, Rick. You got two to get through. Whether it is Leo, whether it is Rifty, it's not going to be an easy one, but you got yourself a 9-minute match. 48% dampener. It looks like it is going to be Leo. Last time Leo fought you, there was so many times, Rick, where you were getting so close to getting him. So close. But not quite, man. Not quite there. It's going to be a quick blind. And honestly, it looked like Rick for all those matches was like winning against Leo the entire time. And then Leo just somehow squeaks out a win against all odds, man. Ripping and tearing until it is done. Is he about to do it again? Is he about to do it again? Is he about to do it again? Do you have a gateway use? No, Rick does not, by the looks of it. Does it reflect the sounds back at Leo, however? Mortal Coil to follow up. Has he got him some weight? No, he doesn't have gateway. Never mind. Wait, does Leo go down here? Technically, Leo still has access to a death pack. Maybe AMS. Does get himself a proc of AMS or real AMS? I can't tell sometimes, because sometimes it's Ryder, sometimes it's him. Looks like it's a real AMS that time. Looks like that is real. It's going to be a full first aid out for Rick, however. So for Leo, it's just a situation of I gotta wait until cooldowns are back up, and then potentially just dump all of this damage into Rick. Is going to back up the pets for a second, trying to see if he can keep the demons still rolling out, strolling out. Has got himself a Doom Lord in the back too. If that thing can ever get a good position versus Leo, get a couple of Shadow Bolts in, I mean, that thing could probably just solo somebody. That thing is a strong enough demon all on its own, to be honest. Yeah, at least I think so. Leo trying to see if we go for a bit of that chain of ice on these other pets. Just looking for a little bit of that recovery here. I have Kill Rock to reset the pets back in. The Aya Kill Rock strat in the play is actually kind of cool. I do like that. How you could use Aya Kill Rock to like pull your pets back. I really think at this point there needs to be like a button like Demon Return, right? So maybe you can use once every, I don't know, minute or something as a Warlock. Like if you're really into position Demon next to him. Because a lot of them just use Aya Kill Rock just to do that. But at this point there might just be a separate spell for it, I think. Honestly, is going to go for a Grippy. That is going to be an Axos right after. Rick able to get himself a full new Tyrant. Leo does that a spell stealing summon from Rick, but he can't spell steal a Tyrant summon, unfortunately. Maybe a Mortal Coil, maybe that's what he's waiting for. Leo at left with no health at all. Death Pact might have to be the play. Might have to Death Pact, Lichborn, AMS, and just send it. And just send it. Trying to see if he can keep himself alive. I think he just Death Pact the Bud. I don't know if he got any burst. He technically do have damage, and I think he just used a gateway. So if he can just get himself on a good angle, that Death Pact does nothing. Wait, never mind. 63% dampening. Death Pact does nothing. I think it's over. But Rick does take it. Normally, Death Pact would be the play, but because it is... So it technically is a heal, but it also has a heal debuff on ya. But I'm pretty sure at high enough dampening, it doesn't really heal anymore. It just puts a debuff. I don't think it actually gets you a heal much, does it? Rifty trying to see if he can go for a knock on the pets versus Rick. Is going to go for a Meteor. Is this enough? Mad damage. Rick with a wall trying to see if he cleaves the soul out of Rifty's body to reduce some of the damage done. I think like 20% reduction, I'm pretty sure. Overlord with an axe toss. That is a lot of damage. Blink it away. Maybe looking for a block. Unless it's a cauterize block angle. Is going to be a block on its own. Try to save cauterize for later. So now he's got to find a way to get that Meteor on him again. That's what he has to do, I think. Meteor or whatever damage procs you got. Wall out for Rick immediately. Rifty does get him some cauterize. Last chance, but no. No cigar. Does end up taking him out. That is unfortunate. Was Rick bringing it back though? Not bad, not bad. Cobra played a hell of a round, man. Lots of damage out of that guy, but Rick does end up bringing it back. Never underestimate a Demonology Warlock, especially at high dampening, man. Let's get us another one going, boys. Yeah, uno más. Get in here, baby. Get in here, baby. Both of you boys, when you guys are ready, let me know. And that'll be good to go. Beautiful. Here we are. John needs one, so if you guys want to join him, group is up and available yet again. And plush is ready, so we're good. Only one needed for Johnny. Only one is needed. Also, chat, tomorrow is more EU duels. I did not get any confirmation or any messages from the NA side of things, but I think tomorrow is going to be more EU duels for the night, boys. The Ferrandas L should definitely be there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. The Ferrandas, yeah, those guys. Yeah, all of them. Yeah, I called the Holy Pilot. I called the Holy Pilot after OP yesterday, but Holy Pilot called this shit too. Dude, I actually saw that. Huge changes. It looks like it's a lot of like, it looks like they're just basically buffing classes with some quality stuff that they would get in WoD, or are unnerfing them outside of 5.4 patch or whatever. Yeah, those WoD things in there. You know, partially that makes me think that they're not gonna do WoD. That's partially why I actually think they're probably not gonna do WoD. Is there a slot for Nutka? Yeah, we do have a slot. Just filled. Damn. 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 Unless Plush got another one. They are full though. They are full. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. Also, them Celestial dungeons, dude, they sound kind of fun. It's just like, sounds like Mythic Plus, sorta, right? Celestial dungeons, you go in, you get a buff, enemies are tougher or whatever. You could just queue for it. It seems kind of cool. They're easy. Sound easy, yeah. It seems like an easy way, yeah, like Mythic Zeros, basically, it seems like. Just an easy way for you to get some gear. Hi, dudes. The Pandaria will stay or will change next patch. Do Pandaria will stay or will change next patch? will Pandaria stay? You mean like, are you talking about... What are you talking about? Are you talking about classic MOP or... Yeah. Marin, are you talking about classic MOP or are you talking about like retail stuff? The Pandaria will stay or will chain link patch. So I know they're going to be doing classic MOP very, very soon. There'll be a pre-patch for it and then an actual update. The extra expansion and the content. I don't know if they'll do more expansions post Pandaria. Because like classic. I honestly don't know if they would do WoD classic. I feel like WoD was that first step in trying to modernize WoW even a little bit. And like they did it poorly. The only way WoD would work is if they brought back all scrapped content from WoD, right? But even then, it wasn't anyone's favorite expansion. People loved Classic, TBC, Wrath. Even some people gave Cataclysm another shot. Pandaria was a beloved by the community, but WoD? Like at some point, that Classic stops being Classic. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. As somebody who played Legion, I would play the shit out of Legion Classic. But it definitely would not be a Classic expansion. At that point, you're so far removed from what was vanilla. It's just not even the same thing. I'd argue the class design and the way they play Mists of Pandaria, while not quite vanilla, it is at least like takes a thing that is vanilla and builds off of it. You know? If that makes any sense. It at least builds off of it and it kind of has that feel. WoD Raiden was peak. That's what I hear from a lot of people. The problem is like there was nothing else to do in WoD. Like people were making fun of WoD for that alone. They were like, dude, WoW will forever... Like this is what people said during Warlords General is, wow, the game's sub numbers are at the lowest they've ever been. And they were like, you know what? That's because people were upset that like, dude, there's nothing to do. This is what everybody said back in WoD. Unless you're straight up a neckbeard who just raids all day, there's nothing to do in WoD. It is worthless of an expansion. That's what I heard over and over and over and over playing in WoD and making content during WoD. It was a rough time, man. Rough time. Everybody that even enjoyed making WoD videos dropped off during WoD. It was miserable of an experience for anybody that PvPs. There was actually nothing to do. Open world was stale as hell. You literally logged on, did your garrison dailies for 20 minutes and logged off if you weren't like a regular raider. It was terrible. So like if they were to do WoD Classic, one, I don't think they should because that's where the game really stops to feel like a classic experience, right? When you make it a classic, I'm thinking vanilla, I'm thinking original, I'm thinking TBC, Wrath, that design, that whole, the way the game plays, you know what I mean? The quest structure, all of it. WoD was a step in modernizing the game. And have you ever ran some of the WoD dungeons? They straight up have Marvel-esque humor to it. Like cringy, not the good kind, but like the bad kind Marvel humor. With orcs bickering with one another. It's like... And they added Twitter into WoW. Like, the devs heads at the time were like, oh, I love social media. And it's like, cool. I just want to play a good game. Legion Classic, I'd play the shit out of because Legion was amazing. But we don't. I don't even know if we need Classic. I think a remix would satisfy me enough. But Legion Classic with artifact weapons and everything, I'd play it. I don't think it would be. I think that would be the one expansion that would be worth. I think if they skip WoD and make Legion Classic, and that's it. Don't do Shadowlands. Don't touch anything else. And just make another anniversary realm for vanilla TBC, Wrath, whatever. Do that. You know what I mean? Or can I play Classic Pandaria in 4 years? You won't have to play it in 4. You'll have to play... I mean, you'll... Isn't MOP launching in a couple of months now? You won't have to play it in 4+ years? Or you mean like continue to play just MOP 4 years after today? I have no idea, man. I have no idea. We're going, lad. We're going. Sorry, I got passionate. I got really into it and really passionate. Talking about Warlords General. Yeah, my GM is like this too. He's like, yeah, Warlords was the best expansion. You could just raid log and play literally the best raids ever. And it's like, Douglas, it's like talking about like a full course meal and you really love the steak. The potatoes are undercooked. The water tastes like sewage. or toilet water, bathroom water, whatever, man. The salad has been left out and left to rot, and you're adding like Thousand Island dressing on it that's been sitting in the fridge for 10 years. There's so much rotten about this. I'm glad you like the steak, but the rest of the meal is so disgustingly bad and awful. I just don't know how you could just ignore it. You know what I mean? That's my biggest problem with WoD, is people would just talk about one thing they liked. I was like saying, man, this expansion was awful, but I like the pet battles. It's like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, let's take a very, very small part and just like highlight it. I'm not with it. I don't jive with it. Toxic trying to go for Dream Shot. Meteor's completely missing him out fully as I'm just trying to see if I can de-stress myself. Got myself riled up trying to see if we can dial back into the duel scene here, man. Rift, you're trying to see if you can back the hell out of there for just a second. Leaving some Pyro set. And Toxic, though. Toxic could possibly be in trouble here. He's matching this rogue speed and intensity. Toxic might be able to get himself a full reset. Rift is sitting down for a food. That's exactly what he needs. While he's dotted, while he's rotted. Just needs to see if he can get himself out of there. Gotta be a quick sapperoo. As he does get full Garrote into yet another Garrote. Are you playing big shields? Oh, the big shields. You are playing big shields. Hold on. If you got big shields, why you just got to do Death Mark? That could be huge. Hold on. You need to reflect those. You need to reflect those shields. You need to reflect the bleeds. This is the opportunity. It might be cauterized though. Oh, Garrote. Ice Block caught. They're just trying to reverse it. They're trying to see if you can maybe fire breath him. No, you're not. Just gotta wait it out. Gotta cool off. Can be hot-headed. Being a fire mage. Blinked a little early, however. Oh no, into cold blood. Oh, big and venoms. Oh, Meteor does start to fall, but only a little comet. Does connect with Cold, and get hit with a quick blind. As it's gonna drop down a big infernal onto Toxie, who's got himself the smoke bomb for a second. Fan of Nice for just a moment to make sure the pets are out. I think it's just gonna be lights for Toxie though. He does not have an out here at all. Does not have an out. That's gonna be dark. Casbolt is gonna hurt. Yeah, Casbolt's gonna do it for you. Casbolt gonna do it to you. Rick is gonna be up next. Rick and Cobra, dude, putting those two on different teams, I think is the play, because them two warlocks fighting each other is so fun. Cobra immediately starting to take damage from the army of the demons. However, he's trying to get himself a little bit of an army of his own, ramping up some damage. Got himself the Overlord. Gonna be a Rig just moving out of the way completely. You could potentially port on top of him if you still got a port. He does have a port in his general direction, but not quite behind his pillar. So Cobra is just going to continue just to rush out Rick. I think Cobra figured out that if he just waits behind the pillar, Rick with all those demons is eventually going to overpower him. So you might as well try to see if you can make a play one way or another to try to see if he can make some kind of a go. He is switching out the pets, however. He's trying to go for an intro pet instead of a succubus. That is interesting. Succubus, it does mean that you're not going to have the same CC chains anymore. And potentially your primer to start damage CC chain onto Rick might not be as effective. You might be able to get an interrupt or two. Like a Tyrant, that interrupt would have been amazing. But Cobra did not have a kick there for a second, which is super unfortunate. He could potentially go for a kick now. Does go for a bit of another ward. Rick, however, does not need to worry about this. The problem with that, though, however, of going for an interrupt pet, like even if you interrupt some spells from Rick, I mean, he's just got all his demons out and about, barraging you down. He's got the damage happening. Even if you do lock him down, that is the problem. So as long as he gets all these demons before the kick is available, like he's getting himself full army right now. Cobra is under a ton of pressure. Mortal Coil would just ruin his day. Fell Lord or Doomlord chasing after him. Is gonna go for a quick axe toss. It is lights. It is lights. A Rick literally floating around you like a beautiful butterfly. Just floating around you, not letting you do much at all. Man. Gotta be a bit of a mount up for mistakes, trying to see if he can get himself a proper go here versus Rick. Deep breath to follow. It's gonna be poured out for Rick, dodging it completely. The mistakes using the mobility. Does get himself, I think, either a random proc shatter or shatter on the demon. I'm not even sure. But he is definitely at some point gonna have to go for some damage. He can't get CC, but he's taking a lot of damage though. He's got him some disintegrates onto Rick with an Axos, interrupting him. Cannot stun him, but he can interrupt him. Big burst, tired to follow, and mistakes does put himself way out there for too long. What is it? Did you use all your walls, or is it just a UI bug? I think it is a UI bug. There ain't no shot you didn't use any of your walls, right? Right? I have no idea, man. Some CC and some defenses don't show up well in the UI. We don't see evokers often, so I have no idea if it normally would show up for us or not. Dreadstalkers are coming in. That's going to be a full wall. Rick got himself a lot of potential damage here. That is going to be Leo. They're trying to give the pressure on Leo Rick as best as possible. Does go for the port and the grip. That is so good. Full turret is in play. Leo knows that he's got to find a way to close the gap with Rick. It's going to be his soul and body. Clean down for a second. Able to pick it back up, but his health is in jeopardy. Might be looking for a death pack. Trying to see if he can go from behind the pillar. Axe Toss is going to have to break out of it immediately. He needs healing. AMS is going to help a little bit. Death Strike's also going to help you stabilize even a little. Maybe a little bit. Got himself a little bit of that Hound. He's going to try to see if he can reset the pet. Both of them are kind of lowish on health though. So for Leo, this could be an opportunity where he might be able to take it versus Rick. This could be his chance here. Possibly, boys. Could be a huge, huge setup for him. He got Silence. He's got Pillar. He's got himself Death Pact. He's got AMS. We're only 5 minutes into the match. Axe Toss, that is going to be bad for Leo as he's just getting completely locked down. That's a lot of pet damage. And if you can't constantly be healing through all that pet damage, you're just going to fall behind after a while. Because it takes you a little bit of time to generate all that runic power to begin with. He is starting to carve out his health bit by bit though, with a Death and Decay to slow down the pets. Massive gateway to separate. Leo cannot catch up at all. So it's really down for whenever Rick wants to go. Does end up changing on the port. If Leo is very, very careful, he will be aware that Rick has a different position. He has a different point of entry here, and then it's going to be a Doom Lord trying to see if he can get himself an angle there. For Leo though, look at that recovery. Oh, but the Shadow Bolts from Doom Lord, they actually hurt. They actually hurt. One single one of those Doom Bolts, like whatever health he got from a Death Strike, it was just like, nah, take it back down. Take it back that health. One bolt this time. 2 bolts this time. Goes in for a stun. That's going to be immediate trinket poured away. Leo also does not have a Dark Sim, so you can't Dark Sim a wall from him or anything. Death Pact is getting used up. Silence on a Rick, however. Leo, not a lot of health to work with. Does try to go for mobility. That is going to be a pet getting summoned up. You might need to sacrifice the ghoul as soon as possible. Blinding on the pets, as many of them as you can. Got himself Remorseless Winter. Leo, no health whatsoever. Does get himself a little bit of health. Death Strikes a back-to-back kill mark to pull him back for a moment. He does have another pet to at least attack and build runic power off of. Pre-AMS in case Rick is going to port on top of him. Rick is just setting up a whole new set of gateway and everything. And most likely will have a gateway this time around. So Leo needs to make sure he is airtight in his go. Airtight. He needs to be perfect with it. He needs to be perfect. And you actually might just want to sacrifice that goal because that dampening is going to just ramp up so much. Man. Yeah, Leo is just not in a great spot. The fact that the ghoul is there too, Rick can use that ghoul in order to summon up even more demon doggers and a tyrant. Now you're behind the pillar. Full burst is hitting you. You can't avoid it. All these pets, you maybe can slow them. You're just very much in a limited situation here. Trying to slow down the onslaught of demons. Just walking away from them. That is literally your best option as the dogs do end up returning and coming back in. Does set up another gateway. Leo has 10 seconds on the big rider go. You might just need to go ride or die. Just straight up ride or die. If you can somehow grip Rick out away from his portal, right? Get him a bit of distance away. Maybe he'll be okay. He just needs to make sure he's got himself that angle. No tyrant for a second. Every defense available for Rick. Try to see if he can slow him. Port really early, but he's away from a gateway. Or no, he's not. Not that far off. Leo, if he gets himself an angle, if Rick takes a gateway, you can just grip him back in. But you gotta have the angle. He's probably gonna take the gate. He's probably going to take the gate. Silence, he's definitely going to take the gate. Does go for a full stun. If you're in a good position, you can grip him back in. Waddle, waddle, waddle. Oh, they're grip midway now. You got to make sure to time it. Time the grip when he lands, not while he's midway. You grip something in. I think a demon. I think you meant to grip Rick, though. Mouse of a grip did not quite connect. Rick is just waiting this out. That's a lot of bursts out for Leo. He just can wait. He can just wait it out and send a tyrant in there, too. Make it even harder for Leo to play. Mortal Coil to follow up, probably an Axe Toss to follow. If you can lock him down right here, Leo's gone. Leo's a goner. Oh no, he does have a Death Pack. He does have AMS. He has IB up. What can he do here in this situation? Wall available for Rick. He can't keep fighting the demons. He's got to find a little bit of health and then break away and just hit Rick. I think he needs a Death Pack here right now. Get as many Death Strike as he can. CC those pets, Death Pack, and just wait him out. That's all you can do, I think, in this situation. That's literally all you can do, I think. Unless you can literally Death Just strike yourself all the way back to full health. I don't think you're gonna be able to do much. Doom Lord is out there in the open. You just try to go for whatever slows for ruining power. Might just want to grip a pattern over there too, honestly. Might not be the worst. Definitely don't want to do a Doom Lord. Demon Dog is not gonna help either though, unfortunately. Gloomhound, everything. And that's a tyrant very, very soon for Rick. Axe Toss does break out of it. Ports are after. I don't know if he has a gateway backup or anything. Definitely gotta hit him with a Death to Decay slow so he has a harder time getting around the pillar. Oh, that you might just have to Death Pact. I think it's a Death Pact angle. He has to. He has to. Axe Toss won't even get a chance. Wait a second. Hold on a moment. Does go for Death Pact with movement. I think it's over. I don't know what else he can do. He's just gonna summon up a tyrant with a big dog on you. He got the big dog in him. Or on him, rather. It's over. It is done. I was wondering if there's even a chance, because Leo has been able to crawl back from an impossible odds versus Rick in the past, but that time was not the way to do it. Oro Kana Neko? Oro Kana Neko. Neko. Okay, I can go with a Neko. Or Oro? Oro would work too. Oro Kana Neko. Yeah, it's straight up Russian. But it's straight up like we're using Russian letters to Ora Kana Neko. Neko being what, cat in Japanese? I still get my weep card. it's still valid until the end of the year. Stuns onto Oro. I don't know what he can do in this situation. I think this Rick takes it with a port. He just surrounded. Doom Lord. Oh no. Oh man, how many players was that? Almost a full sweep for Rick. Or was it full sweep? Looks like somebody bailed. I'm not even sure. Honestly, not even sure. Not even sure. Well done, though. Well done. Let's get us another one going here, boys. Yeah. Uno mas. My God. Yeah, them warlocks, though, boys, are straight up unfair. Next to get him on 1v5. I believe in, man. I believe it. I believe in you. I want all of you boys to earn your wings, to earn your badge of honor in 1v5. Hell, 1v4 and you get a champion title in Discord. Pretty sure Rick already has one, right? Pretty sure Rick is ready. Plush is ready. Johnny Boy is ready. Beautiful. We do a what arena do we do? Grain. How long am I streaming for? At least 30 more minutes, bud. You're more than welcome to join us if you got a spot. More duels on you tomorrow if you want to join us. Has anyone ever told you you are an amazing content creator? If not, they slack and keep up the good work, mate. Love the content. And Mill, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. Actually, I was starting to read your message. I feel like that could have been a sick burn or a really funny joke, man. Have anyone told you an amazing content creator? No? Oh, I guess makes sense. I mean, look at your content. Keep up the great job, bud. You'll make it one day. That was what I was expecting to start to read it. So I was like, yo, I'm about to get roasted, but I was ready for it, dude. I appreciate you. That was much more wholesome than I expected. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy the content. Happy for you, man. Happy for you, boys. It gets me actually so... I'm glad you guys enjoy it. I really am glad. Hear positive feedback like that is awesome, man. Always brightens up my day. Hey guys, Palace missing? Yeah, he is. He's back tomorrow, man. Yeah. Dude, it's been nice without Palace for the day. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a nice day without Palace. I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot of warlocks still, rogues and all that. I'm not gonna lie though. My one advisor was living blade flare. He's still living blade flare. Exactly. Send you guys into a Tiger's Peak, I think, this time. Let's do Tigers. Second day on Evo. Hey, man, that's... Honestly, Evoker is not easy for PvP. I'd say, like, Preservation is very doable, but Devastation is not easy. Especially in 1v1 content. So, keep it up. Oro Kana Neko. That's literally his name. The druid's name is Oro Kana Neko. Because I'm literally just reading it out letter by letter because it's all in Cyrillic, it's all in Russian. But it definitely spells it out in Japanese. Oro Kana. Is that a word? Is it Oro and then Kana and then Neko? Because Neko is a word in its own. Or I'm trying to figure out what the first part is. Is it Oro Kana? Like... Orokana Neko. Is the name Orokana? Is that what it's supposed to be, maybe? Orokana cat? Unless Oricana is a word, and I have no idea then. No clue. I'll call it Oro. Almost like Ori. I miss Ori. Oh, Ori. I miss you, bud. He's still around. So, make it sound like he's dead or something. He still plays the game. He just hasn't joined duels in a while. He's a cool dude. Twitch. Got ourselves Eloise over for the team 1, alright? To go versus Cobre. They're just sending it right into the Hellfire itself. Okay. How's Cobre continuing to go first for so many games in a row, man? I know he's probably just doing slash roll. I would love to get Rifty in there, or Oricana Neko, or anybody else, you know what I mean? Or Mistakes, or anybody, honestly. Just for that variety, but throwing the boys against the toughest matchup, one of the toughest warlocks out there. This guy's an absolute beast of a warlock, literally a Hellfire beast. Cobra, not making this easy for any of them. Hunt out for Eloise, immediate Mortal Coil. Does go for the Trinket Chaos Nova, perfectly counters the Nether Ward. Is gonna go for a bit of a backflip. Unfortunate, does end up closing the gap with a meta. Bolt with an Infernal, oh my, that was disgusting. Disgustingly good. What was that? That stun in between of a bolt, man. Oh my god. Rick is gonna be up next. Hey to learn more about Arms Warrior Gaming. Hey there, Freedom. Unfortunately, we don't have too many arms unless we get Grayton on these, and then maybe we could show off some Arms Warrior action. Normally, Mistakes would be playing some Warrior, or we'd have oh no, we did have a Warrior earlier actually. Yeah, no, mind. We did have some Arms Warrior action. It was I'm bad with names, but it's an Orc Warrior with a Legion Axe. That has this like very much a Roman or Greek name. I literally forget it. I mean, arms, yeah. Axe also to Cobra. Fear out for Rick. Try to see if he can just get a bit of CC onto Cobra. He's gonna get the Doom proccing, but not getting a Doom Lord, unfortunately. Doom Guard pretty sure, right? The small ones, a Doom Guard, big ones, a Doom Lords. Pretty sure. Gotta be a bit of that stunner on the corner. Bolt 1, Cobra does have to burn a wall here, however, but he's still, even though he's burning a wall, Rick is not, actually he does end up burning a wall of his own too, so he does end up trading it. I was gonna say that Cobra burns a wall, got himself free cast, but Rick's health was not moving at all. And Cobra is the one on the back foot, does go for the Warlock Hellstone with a port. All those demons just leaping right after him though, unfortunately. As Rick is just going to continuously summon even more demons behind the pillar with a big pit lord just blasting out the succubus too. As long as succubus is around, he always has a target to at least summon dread dogs off of and then redirect him back to Cobra. So that's really good for him actually. It's a lot of sustain. Somebody left over on team 1. I think it was Eloise, right? Yeah, so I'm trying to switch out to Rick, which is normally 5, but it keeps going to Nutka. How you doing with him, my guy? Newt. Every time I see the name Nutka, I just think of like Newt. Just because of the name. Literally. Pretty sure in Russian it just means like annoyed or something. Or frustration. One of those kind of words. One of those kinds of words. Big gateway just chasing after a Cobra. He's just on a run, just chasing after Rick, man. He's just hanging out with the guy. He's like, yo, come on, come over here. I want to hang out with you. Just trying to go for a bolt, but I don't think he's going to be able to make it. Doom Guard doing work. They're slapping those shadow bolts out back to back. That's going to be a board for Cobra. Not in a great spot. Switching out the pet to try to see if he can land a kick onto Rick. I don't know if he's going to be able to do much, though. Mortal Coil. He's got plenty of pets. He doesn't need to worry about that pet interrupt. Plenty of pets, plenty of damage. It's just going to be outski. That is unfortunate. With Mistakes, gonna be up next. Trying to give Rick a chance. Hold on, he's giving him an auto duel. Hold on, Rick, he's giving him an auto duel. He could have rushed you, but he said to back away and let you get a little bit of that heal. Deep breath immediately. It's gonna be a port. Unfortunately, though, unless you're right next to him immediately for that port with a deep breath, ain't gonna be able to stun him. Ain't gonna be able to stop him easily. Doesn't win the stun. Axos does connect. Trinket to follow. Mistakes got himself potentially lots of damage. He just gotta get over there. Get those empowerment abilities rolling in. He needs to get a CC onto Rick at some point, if at all, though. If he can get a deep, Disintegrates are doing some numbers, but Mistakes also he's taking a lot of damage himself, too. He gotta get whatever healing he can, though, because he's gonna fall behind very quickly. Ruination actually connects. I feel like I almost never see it. That is gonna be bolts, though. Nullifying Shroud, but those bolts are not gonna feel good. You might just need to go for that flyby and just spam Living Flame to heal yourself. I think that's all you can do in this situation. Just spam Living Flame for heals. Unless you're just trying to see if you can end the duel some way or another. You should have Deep Breath available if you're playing the 1 minute Deep Breath. Together with a Roar? No. He doesn't have oppressive roar. Does get interrupted. Axtos is going to be able to get a stun into Rick. That's going to do a bit of decent damage. That's an opportunity for disintegrates. But at this point, you just don't have much health to work with, unfortunately. Yeah, it's just rough. It's just rough. Also, I feel like the entire time he was trying to chase after Rick during the mastery, I don't think he's really got to use too many of the empowerment abilities. I actually think even if you just send a fire breath on the pet, just let it burn to get you some living flame procs, that'll probably be pretty valuable. Big rip out for Liam. But Rick actually is right next to a gateway. Does he not want to take a gateway? Yeah, he's right next to a gateway. I think he realized, like, wait, I have an out. Easy out. Mortar coil? Oh, you scoundrel, you dark sim the mortar coil off of him and then yoinked it back in. Silence to follow. Rick better be careful, man. The mortar coils, you can't be tossing them around like that. Leo's watching you, dude. He got that Sharon gun. He's just gonna copy that jutsu, bud. What is happening? What is the slow? I haven't seen anybody in Warlock run a slow. That, what is it? Demon Breath or whatever it is? Shadow Breath? I haven't seen that in a while. Leo taking a lot of damage, though. He's gonna break out of this for a second fear right after. And Rick does have him in a great spot. However, depending on what spells you cast, that Doom Guard is gonna be a big value. Oh, with the Axe Toss, as long as you just stay away, let him get pelted. AMS is gonna keep him alive and healthy. What is this? Wait, that is the that ghoul is the boy. He's just soaking up all those. He actually died. I haven't seen a ghoul from a Frostiki die. Normally they get sacrificed, but that dude literally soaked up all those bolts from a Doom Guard. He took all those hits. It's like a bodyguard, dude. Jumping is like, Mr. President, get down. Secret Service goal right there. Holy AMS up Leo. I don't know how you're gonna live this, dude. That is a lot of damage. That can't smother still barreling down on you. You have burst. You have a chance. You have a silence. You have dark sim. If you could dark sim a wall, that would be amazing. You don't have health though. You need to make a play. You don't have healing. I think you just might need to get over there and get in Rick's face and grip him in. Grip silence, keep him in place. I think you have to. Unless you're just going to try to see if you can come back with health. I don't know if you can. Rick is just going to reset up the pet. He's got to be actually ahead of you. He's got to be ahead of the curve here. Imagine having a arena without pillars. Imagine. Yeah, that'd be insane. I don't think that would work because WoW, I don't think is designed to be played without pillars. Like as a game, I don't think WoW is designed to be played without pillars at all. Even PvP, I think they consider pillars like a mechanic. Not just like a scenery. This is gonna be Rick trying to see if he can send more pets at Leo. Oh, that Tyrant. Yeah, the longer you play, the worse it's gonna get. You do have a Warlock Hellstone. Maybe you could send it just to get yourself a heal. 40% dampening. You better send it now if you're gonna send it. If you're gonna get a heal out of it, you better send it. Unless you're being ethical and not using it. Some of you guys do like to be ethical and not use it. If you're gonna send it, use it. IBF, Lichboard, just to get yourself defenses. With a dome. Literally using everything to survive. Literally everything. You might as well send the Warlock Hellstone. That is so many cool deals being committed. Rick with a port. Hold on. Leo, if there was ever a chance for you to make a comeback, Axe Toss can break out of it. Does have AMS at least. Group him back in. Dark Sim. Does Rick burn anything? Mortar Coil? Maybe Mortar Coil him back. If it heals ya. If it heals ya. Oh no. Oh, you need heals. You have a Mortar Coil? Is that the button that you get? What button did you get? That is a Doom Guard. Uh-oh. That is another pet. That's okay. 2 pets like that is fine. Doom Guard is not great though. You have a ghoul? Oh no, that's a full Tyrant. No Demon Doggos, only one big one. Oh no, it doesn't matter. I was kind of watching out the pets. I wasn't even watching your health. That is so rough, dude. That is so rough. And now between Rogue and Hunter, Warlock, what do you suggest for a solo shuffle? I think Rogues and Warlocks are really cool. Although Warlocks will get, probably Hunter actually, because Warlocks I think will just get CC'd and get it casted on is super unfun. Probably Hunter and you can just like do some gig and marksman DME or play BM and just run things down. Rogue is really good. You can play Assassination, just bleed things if you're looking for like a pretty easy spec to get into. It's not that Rogue is easy, but out of 3 specs, I think Assassination bleed build is pretty straightforward. Just put bleeds on everything, land kidneys, things melt, you're good. Yeah, that's probably what I would do. Hunter then? Hunter's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, fun-wise, yeah, that's what I would do. Because I feel like as a Warlock, well, Warlock as a class is fun. I feel like it's not fun getting interrupted and trained by melee. Like, that will immediately gonna have you not be liking yourselves. Wait, why is your Felguard flying up in the air like that? How did he jump back up like that? Did he get, like, knocked or something? Knocked up in the air or something? I don't even know, honestly. Rick, try to see if you can back away from Richard for just a second. But it's gonna be a full tyrant. Rifty, you got caught. You got... block. I think you're just gonna die. You locked out of frost though. Oh, he locked you out of frost. Oh no, he locked him out of frost. He tried to go for a ring and then axe tossed it. All right, Orakano Neko. Orakano, it's your chance here. Quick bash, a couple of bites, nothing Rick could do. Warlock was spent. Hopefully Orakano didn't do too many things. As it's gonna be a plush right next to him. Bear form. Barskin, Trinket Wall. Okay, that actually might not be the worst move. This plush is just sending every defensive and offensive at you. So wall on this may not be the bad move. That is a big eviscerate though. That is gonna connect. Heart of the Wild, 57% dampening. I don't think you're gonna live. Ah, that's rough. That's tough. Well, I like your mug. Dark Fuse, that looks cool. Hell yeah. 4 for Rick. Is that twice in a row that Rick just came in? I was like, all right. That team is mine. Man, you still learn how to share. Let's get another one going. Alrighty, boys. Uno mas. Plush and Leo, both let me know when you're good. We'll get another one going here, baby. Let's go. These are fun. Need one? Perfect. We got a spot. Yo, Grain. You're around, my man. They need one more spot. Hey, Leo, can you hold the spot for my man, Caligorn? Just for like, give it 5 minutes. If Caligorn doesn't show up, you can take whoever. But straight up, like, give it a couple of minutes. 4 minutes. 3 minutes. Actual 3. Like, press a cooldown to 3 minute long, and then wait until it comes back up, and then see if he's there. If he's not, yeah. Caligorn will be the boy. Talrion, Grain, we got a spot if you want to join us. It's fun for rapid fire people. Yeah, no, for real. Plus, Mark, I'll be honest, chat. So you know how the one button assistant thing is coming out in 11.17? I've been working on this project. And let me just say, I think there's gonna be marksman hunters out there spamming that button in PvP. I'm not kidding. I'm not just making faces. I mean, I'm doing it for fun, for the funny. But no, I think there's gonna be hunters out there. Я ливаю одни и те же тимы. У нас нету разнообразия. А уже без остановки. Против Дималока, да, я понимаю. Но я сказал, если они хотят перемешать команды, мы можем. I got Caligorn, there it is, baby. Alright, so, Plush, you got 5, it looks like, unless you're good. Let me know when you guys are good. Just let me know when you guys are good. Looks like Plush got my man, Caligorn. So, Sandfell, yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. So let me know when you guys are good. Ready? Both of you are ready, but you're in LFG queue, so you gotta bail. You gotta bail. Let's go. Yeah, you gotta bust out of the get out of the thing though. But yeah, chat also plus if you wanna like advertise the EU community and EU guild in our Discord, you're more than welcome to, by the way. Yeah, if you're to advertise it. It's like a, if you want to put it in general or whatever, I can pin it. As long as you're like gonna keep running it, I'll pin it. So if you guys want to join us, you're more than welcome to. Join the community or the guild if you have, you know, no raiding guild or nothing. But just hang out with the boys, you know. Hang out with the regulars on the EU. Got a community here that plays pretty regularly, so yeah. Send you guys into Lord Iron. Yeah, because otherwise, Blade's Edge or Flashbang. What does that mean, man? Imagine if I was just kidding. Flashbang up next. An eyesore for everybody, because I love you boys. MM is a meta hunter. BM is also good because you just send the pets and let them do work. But yeah, I'm going to be working on a fun project later tonight. I don't know if I'll have any free time today at all. I got another game that I've been playing. Actually, a couple of them, dude. I've been in between games. That was fun, but I've been pushing. But now that the break progression is over, and my Mythic Plus group is having to like figure out like what are we doing for comp or whatever. Yeah. Alrighty, boys. Get us another one going here, yeah? The Twitch. My boy, he's back. Caligord. Are they gonna let him go first? Ooh, look at him rushing out there, man. On his void. Wolf. Is he first or is it Plush? Is it him or Plush? I'm not even sure anymore. I have no idea, but it's gonna go for immediate. Storm Bolt into Leo. Leo with an IBF immediately. It's gonna be immediate. Colossal smash crashing through the armor of Leo. Trying to see if he catch up to him, but with that rider, with the death and decay, I mean, he's just gonna have to find a way through it. Got himself a Blaze-Stone, playing the Colossus. Needs to get himself a good lineup versus Leo. Disarm as Leo. Don't even, actually, he does have some cooldowns rolling at the very least. Getting Disarm on the burst of Leo is going to be massive. Does go for a trinket. Parry immediately. Any kind of damage you can avoid with these riders in particular. Hey, make sure you're facing the riders. That parry on the riders is going to be huge. And that's exactly what he's doing. Trying to make sure he has the angle. Leo coming back in. Trying to see if he can go in for the tail end of the parry. Still doing quite a decent bit of damage. Leo, though, is going to take a bit of damage from the demolish. Oh, huge hits into an execute. Blind last second. Does it, a break it out of it. Into Avatar still in play. Leo, holy! Normally we are the ones seeing Leo do this kind of moves, but Caligord went for the jugular. Man went full execute build. Oh, what's up next? Is it Mage? Is it Mage Rifty? Rifty does not want to give Caligord a chance. He has to charge in. He's going to be blinking into the room. Maybe you line aside it. You just line aside it. First aid. Oh, Fear. Second wind. He's going to undead racial it. Breath is going to connect. Mage might be your toughest matchup. Knocked in. He's going to charge back out. Actually, when you get knocked into the room like that, I think honestly chilling in there might be the best. Avoiding that meteor. That is massive. Rift has still got himself full combustion. I don't know if you can do anything else in order to keep yourself alive. Blaze Storm, you might just go down to the procs. If Rifty does walk in at you, random proc or combust, that ain't going to feel good. Sitting down for mage food. Trying to catch up as much healing as possible. Rifty does want to walk at you. Stun, blinks into a wall, reflect up for a second, knocks you back. You have a leap to get away. No, you're gonna go for a leap or reconnect. Reverse blinks it. I was thinking you blinked normally. Hard. Sometimes it's hard to catch mages, man. They're just all over the place. They're everywhere, nowhere. Does get hit with a poly into a G pot. You have a parry at least. Meteor barely clips your parry right now, just for the DR. Honestly, not a bad move, because that is a lot of damage out of him. Alter up for Rifty. He does try to knock it. Don't really send you go flying. And while Caligord is behind the pillar, that's an opportunity for second win. Richter knows. Richter knows this. So he can go for a reset, but given Caligord resets, it's probably not a good idea either. Caligord is actually going to mount up. I'm actually surprised. I think it's because he has Avatar. Avatar is going to break him out of that completely. Richter with a trinket, there's going to be breath. You can Blaze Storm, I'm pretty sure. Right? I don't know if you can Shockwave him. But there's going to be huge shield. You just got to wait it out. Fear for a second. Woo! Wait, that shield is massive, but the fact that you just feared him just to wait it out is huge. And that's going to be second win at some point. Once the burn stops, Rifty's going to have himself a blink ready to go. That's for sure. Meteor down. You might need to reflect for that one. Charge. Rifty trying to see if he can back up out of it. Leaping in. Blaze Storm. Does go for the roar. Reflect off. Trying to go for a heal. Rifty's going to bleed for a little bit. Stormbolt as he blinks it so he doesn't even take it. Big demolish breath right after the Scorches might just do it. Gives him a little bit of healing. Oh, I think it might be lights for Caligord now. How are you alive? Heal. Oh no, he picked up a heal. Wait, Rifty, one more hit. One more hit. Oh, he doesn't have anything left. Well, Fire Blast reflected back at you. Conroy's is gonna burn you. Oh. Oh, whoever's on team 2, give this man at least a chance. Give him a breather. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Oracana Neko is gonna put some bleeds into you. Roots to follow. Caligord picking up a heal. He has a Blaze Storm. Thorns ain't gonna feel good. Does Belf him? I don't know if he was able to remove him. No, it doesn't look like it. Looks like Thorns are part of Bark Skin. So I don't know if it's a buff that you can remove or anything. But he is trying to see if he can wait it out. Got himself mage food. Might have to parry this. Feral does not go for a stealth opener. This is huge. This is huge. Because that bleed is not going to be as bad. Maim, not going to feel good. Convoke. Oh, the only way to deal with that is to pre-parry. But at that point, like, how do you guess that he's going to just hit you with a stun? Right? Cyclone immediately for Oricana, though. Hold on a second. Hold on a moment. That was good. But Earth Elemental not going to let you catch a reset. Man. You know, I don't really see that Worgen cat form animation almost ever. I feel like almost nobody ever runs it. So seeing Oricana Neko running that, Oricana, I guess is the word I'm going to use here. Well, that's the name. It's kind of neat. Cyclones, I like the clones, man. It gets a trick on Agueros. Does let you sit there and cast heals at yourself for a little bit, but you do end up going for a bit of that bear from Heart of the Wild. That's an opportunity to heal. Leaping in. He has Convoke very, very soon and a Maim. So actually, if you can just set it up correctly, you might be all right. Bear form for one more heal. That's actually the move, I think. That is the move. At some point, you just have to make a play, though. Try to see that Tempest is gonna hurt. You have to make a play. Big Maim, Convoke, leaping back in. Might be enough. Is no bite's gonna do it? Bulwark, but you still maybe have one more bite. Tiger's Lust. Oh, it's anyone's game at this point. Coom is gonna win this one. Bear form for a heal, but Goeris does end up cleaving through the tough bear hide. Oh my. Ooh. That was good. Is it Mies? It is Mies. Oh, you gotta love it. Look at Mies. What an absolute beauty. Giving Goeris a chance for an honorable duel. You gotta love it, man. You love to see it. Giving him a proper chance here. Man. I feel like it's the first one we had so far tonight, right? First honorable duel. Got him so full stun, ready to go. Knockback doesn't set him flying. Shatters are still massive. Goeris taking huge hits. Buries his head on the ground. You know what? I like, what is it, ostrich or emus that do that? Buries his head on the ground. Honestly, it is a play. It is a strat. If you can't see a threat, you can't be afraid of it. You know what I mean? If you can't see it, doesn't exist. I too like to bury my head away from any threats and or responsibilities in my day-to-day life. As it is part of my existence as a content creator, streamer, YouTuber, and a generally a rogue degenerate. I didn't realize you could actually hide in that cubbyhole too. Rick, finding all these cubbyholes, man. You know, actually, now that I think about it, there's like cubbyhole here, cubbyhole there. This arena has way too many cubbyholes, man. Way too many cubbies. Like, who the hell is making these? Who did the masonry in this place, dude? Who did all this? Me's trying to see if he can get himself a better angle here. Does have a second block, won't be able to use it for a while because of hypothermia buff. Needs to get himself a proper setup for his rig, but the access I think ends you. Oh, the doom curse procced on you. With Mistaken going to be the last one left for team 2. He's got to find a way to make a play. Immediate fear out of rig though. No kick out of mistakes. It's a little bit tough. Does himself a wall. He sees every defensive in the world right now. Does go for a deep breath for a second. This is where you're going to do the most you can with your empowerment abilities, but unless you can get yourself some kind of like a big go, I don't know what else you can really do. Rick technically does not have, I mean, I guess he does have a wall, but his health is in a pretty good spot to potentially get a play. But I think it slides, yeah. I think it slides. 40% dampening is definitely going to make things a little tougher. You spamming yourself heal over and over and over. Yeah. Not easy. Not going to make it easy. What are your pets doing? Are they having to go like all the way around? Dude, their pathing is so broken. Is it the bush? Is it the bush that's just messing with it? De-incinerate is out. Does go for the axles. The pets are trying to find a way around the corner. Some way. The Felguard just standing still at this point. I think are the pets broken or are they like doing some weird stuff? Yeah, like that guy is just sitting there. Or are you controlling them? Do your other demons follow the Felguard? Is that a thing? Is that what's happening? Is that what they all look like they're bugging out really badly? Or are they actually just legit bugging out with that pillar down the middle? I'm not even sure. Rick standing still also makes me feel like it's like he's also trying to figure it out as well. Almost got him some disintegrate, but unless Mistake get himself a proper go here, does get himself big mastery, big beam, mortar coil. That is a smoke bomb. I guess the smoke bomb. Wait, that smoke bomb I guess would hurt Mistake, wouldn't it? I don't know if it did hurt him or not. I don't know if he didn't needed it, but Calgren got 2, Rig got 2. Let's get ourselves one more, boys. One more for the road, yeah? One more for the road, and then I gotta get food. Gotta get food. I got some other stuff I want to do. At some point, I want to get my project stuff done. All that, all that. Lucky dude. Ooh. Need one more for Team Plush, boys. We need one for my man, Team Plush. Holy. Was it in general? Wait, did you post in general? Like on general Discord area? Hey, it might still need to post it in general disc. Okay, we need one more over for the Team Plus. They're listed on the multi-core. I think all depends follow Felguard damage prior, which is triggered by Demon Bolt in combat, maybe? I have no idea then. I have no idea. Pets were doing some weird stuff for a second. Johnny's ready. Pleasure Seeds one more and we'll be good to go, boys. So they're listed in Molten Cores if you want to find them. Yeah, there it is. Just need one. We'll get one more in here. And that'll probably be the last one for the evening and we'll be back tomorrow. Dude, I'm hopefully we'll be able to catch some Z's tonight, man. Hopefully I'll be able to catch at least a couple of Z's this evening. Last night I ended up staying up a little bit long working on project stuff. I got one video out of the way and then I was working on another. I was like, wait a second, PTR is up. I can get some stuff done now. I might as well do it now. I might as well do this. I might as well do that. I might as well do 2 of this or that. You know what I mean? Might gear minimum 130 million bursts every 40 seconds. Yeah, honestly, Marksman is really good this season. Like, I don't really play Marksman that much, but I think it's super easy to get into. It's not difficult. The changes they did to the spec really changes the whole proc cannibalization of it, so it actually plays fluidly. You don't have to do this whole like aim shot, aim shot, aim shot, rapid fire, aim shot, loop in 2 shot, unless you're just getting a bunch of like procs of mark shot, and then you rapid fire and then you get yourself streamlined, and then that together with mark is probably better. But in most cases it's actually better for you to arcane shot down or black arrow to proc marks, plus the damage is worth it basically. That's a 4 set 650 already. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And I think I want to see if I could play some more alls this week as well, since my Mythic Plus team does not have a tank or a marksman hunter, so we're having to do a bit of rebuilding. So we'll see how that works out. But yeah, for mask, hero track gear, by the way, is a joke. Yeah, no, 5 mask is easy too, because like you just, once you get the Hogger Nemesis mask, like sanity, I mean, even that mask isn't bad on its own, but sanity is not an issue. Vengeance, not an issue with how small the pools are. Then you also do the dark what is it, the imaginations, not an affix at all, not even a mask. Burn Bridge does nothing. Only like certain bosses where they can maybe stun you in place that may kind of suck, but not really. Pretty avoidable. Then there's a, what's another one that's an easy one? Oh, Daredevil. Yeah, like it doesn't feel like anything. Plus, especially now that you can get the Titan buff now, you'll just get moments where you just get like no sanity loss. Even if you take insanity hits, you're just like unkillable. Sanity doesn't even go anywhere. Yeah, I probably need to be doing more of all those hero track gear farming for some of my alts, man. So I'll probably need to do more mask runs on a couple of characters that need a couple of items still. Yeah, Burn Bridge on Umbrick, LMFAO. Yeah, Burn Bridge on Umbrick sucks, because all you can do is just like stop the you can't stop the poly, you can't land inside it. The best you can do is just push in damage, right? Push them with like wall damage. Yeah, there I just think you have to take the hits, you know. I can give the mystery again. Sure. yeah, that'll definitely not upset anybody. Where you can spell reflect first poly, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I guess like if you have a class with like an immunity or something, or like a second kick, or like a dispel or something like that, maybe then that could work pretty well. I'm pretty sure like Priest can use Shadow Word Death to like break himself out of a poly, I imagine. Because I'm sure it breaks the damage, right? I'm assuming. Ready? Wait, did you actually bring in the Mistweaver? No, shot. Okay. Flush, I think, was just trying to get a group together. I was like, alright, dude, let's bring him back in. One more round. No, I'm not going to do Blade's Edge, though. If we are going to be running a Mistweaver, no Blade's Edge. There's not a lot of Blade's Edge. What arena do we do, then? Where you can't really cheese it. I almost want to do, like, we've done Downwind Sewers. We've done Tigers. Blade's Edge we haven't. Did there like a black cold with Monkport? I think would be super. It used to be like an open arena. Should we just do another Lord run at this point, or another Nagrand? Let's do another Nagrand. Another Nagrand, boys. Let's do it. Alrighty. Hey Dalla, what's up, Rick? How you doing, my guy? Yo, you're playing out of your mind today, dude. You're playing out of your gore today. Crazy work, my man. Let's go Robodrome. Bro, Robodrome is actually so bad for duels. Yeah, there, dude. They're doing it. They're setting the healer again. Robodrome is legitimately really bad for duels. It's like the pillars are awkward. The ramp is weird. It's an okay map for like 2s maybe, but like for 1v1s it's super weird. You know? It's kind of like running Nokudon, and we had that super drawn out match between the warrior and a mage. It's just too big at that point, you know? I was bad at the beginning because I played Holiday DK last week. Forgot to lock. All good. But it's like riding a bike, right? You're just summoning undead, summoning demons. Yeah, same thing, right? You do damage from a distance too as a unholy. Tam Snova. I just know. Switch. So we're doing this again, huh? Oh, I like your mog when you're not in working form, actually. It's like a little all over the place, but I kind of like the mix of colors, though. Yeah. And you got the challenge mode wad weapon. That looks sick. That thing is so sick. They really got to add more of this weapon type, because it just looks so cool. But like a recolor, maybe like something difficult you can do to earn it. Gonna be mistakes? Actually get a chance to go first this time around. Versus my boy Caligor. You know what? While they have a Mistweaver on the team, this is a damage build dueling Mistweaver. That being said, might not even get a chance to play, depending how Team 1 plays. So, before we get upset, he's filling the spot. Maybe he'll be able to get a big one-shots in. I feel like he'll just win by default because of battle of attrition. Like, he's just gonna win because he can heal and the other team can't. Right? He's just gonna out-heal it, and a bit of damage he can do. They can't heal as effectively as he can. So eventually high enough dampening, probably gonna make it tougher. But still gonna give him a shot, yeah? Gonna give him a nice college try. Got us a disintegrate by mistakes. Just trying to see if he can beam down Caligorn, who's standing on the dragon almost nearly the entire time. But finally, yeah, Caligorn, or mistakes. That's exactly what you need, man. You need to get the fire breath, you need to get the empowerment spells, because that'll buff up your disintegrates. That's what you need to do every time. Can't just be beaming, you have to get empowerments for sure. Trinket, got him so a big roar. Do you have any CC for Caligorn? Is it gonna be Stormbolt? I think it's light, so honestly, might just be light. We're trying to get a bit of healing. Wall is out. It looks like he's gonna end up backing up out of there. Wait, do you have 2 spatial paradoxes? Is that what that's supposed to be? Looks like you have 2 spatials. How do you have 2 spatials? Is that a thing? Trying to get a 1 more hit, deep breath right after, you don't have any health at all. Wah! He just pulled a Houdini with himself. He literally just like flew and then died while mid-flight. That is unfortunate. Into Colossus Smash onto Leo. Caligor trying to see if he can capitalize on some damage. Leo just trying to see if he can minimize the pressure by Cal. Minimizing it. Did use Rallying Cry though, so that is a defensive that is down for the time being. Leo trying to see if he can swing around. Might be able to get him some big damage. Disarm. Trying to see if he can wait out a little bit of burst from Leo. Bladestorm starting to build up quite a bit of damage. Waiting for a big deep breath here. Is going to go for Frostman's Fury very soon. Parry up for Caligorn really early. A blind on a Demolisher's work though. However, now Caligorn doesn't have an answer for the Riders. Has a leap, but it's going to be grip. No, it's not. No, it ain't. No, it ain't actually. Never mind. It does have a reflect for it, but still might just go down. Picking up a little bit of health. Do you have anything left available at all? And Leo does take it. Man. You cannot parry. You gotta save that trinket parry for the Riders. every single time. If you make a mistake, it's just over. Nutka finally able to actually get himself a chance here. Silence instantly for Leo. As he got himself a dark sim. Depending what Nutka pops on himself, it's being very, very careful with what he uses. Blink, that is going to give Leo a blink. That's going to give Leo a blink. So if the mage just running away, you can just chase after him really, really quickly. Wait, walk is available, trying to see if he can get some damage sent in around the corner. And Leo, I think he still should have a blink, right? If he blinks right in the middle to catch up to him, he might be able to do something. He's going to get a grippy on the images instead, though, so Nutka is going to wait it out. Did you just dark sim an image? Or did you catch up a breath? Oh, you did catch a breath. Oh, I'm trying to use it just defensively, but that meteor, that fire mage damage though. Hold on a second. Nutka just hits you with everything he's got. What was that? And Leo having to go for a bit of a dark pack, does get hit with a blind right after a full silence, potential some damage. Ultra up for Nutka? No, it's not Ultra, it's some kind of another proc instead. Shields are up. Leo just is left in a bit of a bind. Oh my god! The pyros just continue to shock at him back to back. He does end up sealing your shield, but it doesn't look like he gains the benefits of your talents that make the shield as good as it is. He got like a very tiny shield out of it. He's got like a very plain version of a blazing barrier, but he doesn't have like the reflect value or anything like that at all. Me's trying to see if he can get himself a cast. There's going to be Nutka blinking in, trying to go for an interrupt, doesn't quite get, but the damage is still making its way through. Ultra up for Mies, picking up a Ray of Frost. Breath for a second onto Nutka. Is going to try to see if he can shatter him. Stun, that might be block. Nutka is going to be cauterized. Block, block, block. Block, baby, block. You have to, as Mies is going to be able to get shift in power. Nutka is again, a bit of a bind right now himself now. Gonna get frozen out of the block. No, he ain't. Trying to see if he can blink away. Gonna have his buff stolen. Shifting power for a second. Does have Ultra. Polly is gonna get interrupted. Breath for breath. There's sure insane brain cell. Meteor down is gonna end up blinking away from me. That is still a lot of damage out of the fire mage though. Holy! Oh my god, Mies! Are you gonna die? You might just die. He just died to the burn! Feel the burn, baby! Oh my god, Nutka! This guy right here! How do you spell that name? N-U-T-K-A, Nutka! And he's just continuing to plunder Rifty for all his life's worth, but without a block, without a caught, Rifty just able to match that heat. Oh my god, that was a play! Yeah, it looks like Kay may not actually be able to get a chance to play here. Especially if Rick is, if he's gonna just end up running this town like he has been running so far. Meteor down does not quite connect, does end up porting a portion of it, but it's gonna be a full tyrant for Rifty. It's gonna be a block here. Oh, block! Oh, he can't even block. No, he can now. Yeah, but now you gotta wait for that card. All those demons around, and you're trying to chip away at the ice. At least he can't break it, so that's good. You know, at least you're fine with that. You are playing the reflect shields, however, so you are gonna need to use them during very, very key times when you take a load of damage. Another Ring of Frost, it's over. Cauterize, I think it's lights here, honestly. Meteor down, he can't CC those pets, can maybe get behind the pillar. Need a shield now. Couldn't even finish the rest of his channel, unfortunately. Does go for first aid. Hold on, he's trying to see if he can recover. Is he gonna be able to go for a mage food? I think it was going first aid and then swapped out to go mage foot instead. Probably should have just done the first aid all the way. Honestly, I actually think they would have done a ton of healing. He probably thought, wait, mage foot is a lot more, should be a lot better heal, but no, I think first aid. At 33% dampening, first aid would at least would have got you caught up. But it's going to be a bit of damage towards Rick. He does get himself a bit of defense, but Rifty just got to put himself out in the open. Nothing else you can do. Meteor dropping in onto Rick, but there's just not much you can really follow up with Orokano Neko. Orokano gonna go for a proper opener here. Immediate trinket for Rick as he got himself mortar coil, spinning around like a butterfly, taking the gateway, just trying to see if he can stay away from the feral druid. Keep him out in the open, doesn't report. That is a lot of bleeds rolling to Rick though. With the Convoke on top of it, that could be just enough damage. Those bites could potentially be brutal. The bleeds that follow that, but that also could be absolutely massive. Does end up ripping the soul out of Feral's body, reducing some of the damage and killing the Feral does, which is going to dampen the damage of the bleeds a little. Axe toss, full stun, locking him down with Fuse. All the pets are in. Orokano is going to go for a full wall. Overlord not going to feel good. Taking more damage. Outpost Overlord is also not going to feel good either. Does root some of those pets, but he's going to end up getting kited back into them, however. That is unfortunate. I think it's lights. Oh no. Once the demons reconnect, it is just Rick's play here. Yo, Nutka, my man. That was some burn. Was that just a mastery build up onto the mace? Is that what that was? That was wild. Actually wild. Alrighty, boys. Are we doing more or are we done? I do need to get food, man. I do need to get food, I think. So I think we'll call it here, gang, yeah? I am starving. I'm starving. I got some things I gotta do as well. So this is... I think it's lights. I think we're done. Tomorrow. We do more tomorrow, though. One more, please. We do more tomorrow, boys. I gotta get some food, man. I gotta get some stuff done. Otherwise, I'd hang out with you boys. You know I have fun hanging out with all of you. You know I'm enjoying these. This is my favorite thing to do when the new week rolls around, man. Every single time, man. Every time. But I do have to pop off for the night, though. Big apologies. I gotta get food at some point, though, man. I gotta get some stuff done at some point, too, yeah? Yo, thank you all. You guys are wonderful, beautiful, bro. What's up? How you doing, Jaden? Been having good with my guy. Did I pick up this, I did. Did I pick up the trading post currency from this month? How much do I have on this guy? Is there not a currency I can look up here? Hold on, how much of it do I have? 4,000? Is there anything worth buying? No, I think I have it all. Neat. Alrighty, boys. You guys have a wonderful evening, though. I do appreciate you. GG's, everybody. Let's try a lot tomorrow. Let's not. Let's not make a mystery a regular thing, yeah? It was fun for the night, but I don't want to bring a mystery in for every single one of these duels because it's just not super fun. It's just not a balanced and tuned for 1v1s at all, unfortunately. Maybe like next week we'll give him like one shot again, you know, one more chance for some Gigademi. You know what I mean? Because I'd love to see him just like absolutely two-shot people. That'd be hilarious, you know? But yeah, he did good though. He played good. It's not anything against him either, right? Tell the guy like, yo, nothing against you. Just in 1v1s. Oh, that looks kind of cool as a mog. Ensemble actually looks kind of neat. It's nothing against you. What's that chest piece, by the way? What is that? Is that the tier? No, it's not. What is that chest piece? Because it's tabard underneath. Kind of chest go to the heavens. Is that mop? Shining. Shining. Chest guard. Heavens. Is that an evoker thing? Gotta be right. Shining chest guard of the heavens. Shining chest guard of the heavens. There it is. Sounds like mop. No, it actually is a oh, that's what it is. Is the sun and moon set from the shop. Okay. I like that little color it's got going on there. Looks pretty cool with the tabard. That's all I want to know. Alrighty, boys. But yo, thanks so much for coming by, man. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you tomorrow for more duels. I'm gonna get some food, get some stuff done. You guys have a wonderful evening. Alrighty, boys. Alrighty. Peace.